Yeah.
Alright. Shit you don't know.
You gotta hit that harmony. Oh
my god. This shit is out of pocket, bro. Shit you don't know podcast, man. It's your boy DZ Don. Father Earth. I don't know who the fuck the story is at, man. DJ Swvnk is in the building, man. Special guest. Yeah, he couldn't control
That's
himself.
not an A, hit that shit with the V, I go by DJ Swing.
Talk your shit.
But, y'all can call me Swink, SWVNK. You know what I'm saying? So,
Listen, man, it's January 7th. I just want to give a shout out to my pop. His birthday was yesterday. I want to give a shout out to Y Fame. Why I say Y Fame? That's my history with the motherfucker, right? I want to give a shout out to Lester London, goddammit. Leslo, you know what I'm saying? My man's birthday was yesterday. Shout out to End Story. He not here right now, but his birthday was the 3rd. So it's a Capricorn. It's a Capricorn situation, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the Caps, all the goats or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Keep shining y'all light, man. Keep doing what y'all do. It's a Shit You Don't Know podcast, man. Listen, man. Listen.
Yo.
If you
tell them.
If you can't seem to understand the importance of this R. Kelly situation right now, what are you doing?
From all sides.
What are you doing, man? Ultimately, what are you doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is a serious situation. We're gonna get into it, but like, listen, dog. Like, for the people that's just really like, I'm seeing a whole lot of backlash online. People just really talking about how, oh well, it's not R. Kelly's fault and it's all these other people's fault. Listen, man. Listen. There's a certain word that starts with an A, and it's called accountability. See what I'm saying? There's another word that starts with an R, and it's called responsibility. You see what I'm saying? So like,
and a C for choice.
Choice. That's good. That's a good addition, because those three things are definitely important in this situation. But as far as R. Kelly goes, the A and the R are way more fucking important. You see what I'm saying? Because accountability and responsibility are definitely things that people have to take into account when it comes to themselves, and when it comes to the decisions that they make, when it comes to the choices that they make. You see what I'm saying? So it all intertwines. But man, the way people going off in defense of this dude is just like,
well, let's.
I'm a fan of R. Kelly. Don't get me wrong. I'm a fan of R. Kelly, but I'm not a fan of the situation. Like, you see what I'm saying?
What is the situation? Let's break it down a little bit. Because I have an idea. I feel like I'm a little unclear.
Okay.
Right.
So what's the full scope of things?
The full scope is that R. Kelly is attracted to young teenage girls that may be minors, they may be underage, that don't really have the full scope of what's going on. See what I'm saying?
Right.
So there's a lot of young girls or a lot of girls in the past that's coming out that's saying, this, that, and the third happened with me and R. Kelly. R. Kelly is this, R. Kelly is that, R. Kelly did this, R. Kelly did that. We know about the case that happened in 2002,
quote
when the footage came out
from his brother,
doing whatever he did with the little girl. You know what I'm saying? And after that, we never really heard anything else about it. But in recent news, there's a documentary that Lifetime put out. I'm sure all y'all seen the shit. Surviving R. Kelly.
Right.
And it's a bunch of survivors of a bunch of situations, allegedly. And I give him that. Like, I'm not, I'm not for, you know what I'm saying? But allegedly, it's a lot of people there's a lot of women or survivors, quote unquote, of R. Kelly's situations and the things that he's done in them that are now coming out and speaking on, situations that's happened. So that's the full scope. And the problem with it is that a lot of these girls are underage.
Or were at the time.
You see, right, or were at the time.
But none of this has been addressed in court or anything, right? Like this.
No, I mean,
he's still torn.
The situation,
aside from the video and all that, but none of
that
this
was a whole thing. Like that was a whole thing, dude. Like R. Kelly was really.
But
facing
as far as like what this documentary series is addressing, none of this stuff came up, and it was.
No, he's not facing any charges right now for any of this. No,
okay.
So this, and that's what I was talking. That's what me and Cuz was talking about. Iman, shout out to Iman, designer. I'm gonna get him on the podcast soon too.
Yeah.
Shout out to him.
But we was talking about this earlier about how like that's the thing, like what you saying,
Right. That's not to say it didn't happen.
It's not to say it didn't happen. No, but
it's off the record, so to speak.
It's off the record. Like none of these things are really being brought up in court again. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Now, not to say that any of these things might not lead to legal ramifications, but you really can't. I mean, honestly, I guess the only thing they couldn't really charge him for again was the situation that they charged him for already. You see what I'm saying? Like, but it's hella other cases. That's. Right, he probably could be charged for, especially if they doing if they doing things like what they doing to Bill Cosby and
right. That was my thing. Like, how can you charge Bill Cosby with all this stuff that happened, however many years ago, and not R. Kelly with statutory rape or people, whatever?
We was talking about Woody Allen earlier.
Yeah,
right. Woody Allen.
It's a sick dude.
Had adopted this girl.
Yeah,
and she was his legal,
like
adopted daughter.
Right?
No, she was his legal adopted daughter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And after a while, they got married when she became of legal age.
Yeah.
Like, how is this not being talked about? And that's that's grooming 101.
That was I feel like that was like a common thing. Like,
and historically
back
it is.
in like 60s, 70s,
and that's a whole nother argument that we was talking about earlier too. Like, historically, older men dealing with younger women or wanting younger women as wives is it's a commonality. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was not a thing out of the norm. Because we talking about kingdoms, we talking about alliances, we talking about we talking about
so much other times, right?
Exactly, we talking about the bridging of two nations and shit like that. And when it was a time for that type of shit, you know, and not even that recent, dude. Like in the 50s, it wasn't uncommon for a 35-year-old man to be dating a 21-year-old.
Right, but even with like the adoption thing and like that, like I feel like I've heard about other cases like that.
Those are just like lines like that shouldn't be crossed.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Because that makes
it's
even more
a deep
bizarre.
conversation. But even the more important conversation, like you said, is the conversation of like why we not really talking about all of these instances. Why are these instances being like simplified into like one instance? When this is really a thing that's like really seeped into American culture.
That's been happening for a while.
See what I'm saying? This is this ain't nothing new. This ain't nothing new.
Even like in music and shit, like you go back, you listen, like how many songs can you think of where they're like talking about like little girl or like, you know what I mean?
Dude.
Like, right. That's some creepy shit, man.
Like even backtracking to the R. Kelly shit, like he even has his brother stepping out from like a jail stating, like I'm, older brother of R. Kelly, am into older women, and my brother, likes.
Wait. So his brother's saying he's into older women or younger women?
He's into young.
His brother is saying he's himself is into other women, but R.
like
Kelly
older
is into
women.
younger.
R. Kelly himself is into like younger women. You know what I'm saying? So like people just gotta like backtrack, just like the history of like how far that goes back, and just like be able to like put that into structure with what like it's unfolding now, and that with like all these new.
So that was said a while back.
Recently.
I think that came out with this this new documentary that just came out. You know what I'm saying? He was on it. You know what I'm saying? For the record, people, we haven't seen it yet.
Yeah,
we still haven't seen it. So this is all
fresh.
This is all coming off of the backlash from people who have saw it, and the media reaction, the online reaction, and just
because the story's not necessarily new.
Right.
It's not.
They're
it's
just compiling it for this.
And that's what I was saying. Like the only thing that I could really probably get, like as much stuff that I've watched on it now, people just talking about it and dissecting it now. Right. Even though I've watched people dissect it before, like, you know, just the fact that it's now becoming like a new, not even new, but like a reoccurring topic that people are now talking about again. Like, it just kind of put it in the scope of how, like.
Or do you think it's going to reoccur so much that it just becomes like that norm?
No, because right. I think with this conversation coming with this whole Me Too era, like we were talking about earlier too.
Right.
You know, it's funny, we had this like whole conversation before we had this conversation, but like,
right.
we were talking about with this whole Me Too era, that raised a lot of conversations with the male and female relationship and just how males treat women and how women respond to male interactions or whatever, whether sexually, whether non-sexually, whether sensually, whether verbal, whether physically, whether whatever.
Right.
Versus like, damn, I lost my train of thought. Shit. Refresh me.
Versus, you know, the train of thought of, you know, like the male playing.
Oh yeah,
dominatrix. Right. Okay.
Right. Fuck. I'm high. This Me Too era raised a lot of era raised a lot of conversations about male and female relations. So I think with this R. Kelly thing, I think this is piggybacking off, not piggybacking, and it's for lack of a better term, piggybacking off of this Me Too era. But I think it's going to definitely raise the conversation of older men versus younger women. I think that conversation is going to definitely be like bust wide open, just like the conversation between male and female relations in the workplace versus male and female, you know, verbal interactions versus you know, like what is appropriate to say versus what is appropriate, what's inappropriate to say to a person. Like, I think all these conversations are really going to just really start unfolding from the Me Too era, but this R. Kelly shit, because this shit just went like crazy.
Like,
well, there's a whole
like
other,
it just resurfaced
like,
so fast.
Yeah.
Right, bro, like this shit is like,
a whole
oh my
other
God.
aspect to it though.
Yeah.
On top of like younger women, older men, because I mean, you know, nothing wrong with that as long as everyone's of age and like consenting adults, you know, like, but like
everybody gets jealous.
He was fucking like controlling like every aspect of these girls' lives.
Another conversation, like what's the difference between, like, you know, a real relationship and coercion?
Right. And
you know what I'm saying? Like
the power dynamic.
The power dynamic, how you view somebody that's older than you. Like, that's a real serious thing, because I'm non-sexually at all. Anybody, and I'm sure anybody can attest to this, you view the people who are older than you as like so fucking cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you wanted to be like them. You only want to be like people who you got examples from.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or you don't want to be like people who you got examples from. Right. You see what I'm saying? So it's like people that are older than you that can do, that are the opposite sex, and we don't really talk about males who are younger dealing with older women, because that's not really a thing.
It's different.
Or is it?
It is, you know? But it's different. Me and
but why is it different though?
It's like,
it's still sexual
assault. Why is it different for men being with?
If a woman is 30 years old and she's your babysitter and she's touching you in an inappropriate way to get herself off, that's sexual. To not even get herself off, it is. You know what I'm saying? It's like just not looked at in society that way, and that's a real fucking conversation that I feel like this R. Kelly shit is going to bring to light.
Yeah, it's like,
because you can't just talk about males versus females, because there are females that have been fucking their high school students and shit. That was a wave.
Yeah,
you see what I mean? So it's like,
you definitely seen a few cases.
This
of that
age, I feel like this age conversation is really going to start unfolding.
And that's the thing. Even like the cases of that came out. Imagine how many more that just were like high fives in the locker room. You know what I mean? Like,
imagine.
You know, like,
you know what I'm saying? The people that's coming out are the only people that is affected by it. You know, like, is everybody don't feel the same. Everybody don't feel like Bill Cosby drugged them.
Well,
all the girls that, you know what I'm saying? It might be controversial for you to hear this right now, but every single girl that came into contact with Bill Cosby don't feel like they got raped, and they may have.
Right.
They may have. But that's the perception of people. You know what I'm saying? That's the perspective of people. Some people was with it. We gotta account for the people that was with it. You know what I'm saying? And it may still have been wrong, but it's like, you gotta account for them. And it's, you know, like, you can't just write them off. You can't write anybody. You can't write either side off. You know? And it's just, I feel like this shit is gonna raise a bunch of conversations or whatever. But You know, as long as it's raising the conversation, like, you know what I'm saying. Like,
he also rejected his
conversations
interview to come on live. I think.
Yeah, he rejected it. He didn't want to do it, but I heard he's suing everybody who was a part of it.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, is this the stance you really want to take on this, dude? Like, your case is looking trash right now, bro.
Yeah, I mean,
and like, you want to draw more money to possibly save more money?
I feel like he might be. Is it the fact that he beat it already? Is that the juice he running off?
I think, yeah. Well, I think
is that it? Because you could have beat that, which makes him even fucking stupider. Because like, dude, you could have beat that shit with peeing on a little girl, but like, dude, there's definitely other cases motherfuckers can put on you right now that you can go to jail for right now.
Right.
So is this really the stance you want to take? I'm suing all you motherfuckers.
He's in like the double digits for like millions for like sexual fees and shit like that.
Bro.
Like,
where's the mind of R. Kelly right now? Who are the people around him? You see what I'm saying?
He's sweating, man, because based on, you know, the track record of
that man need
everyone
help.
else accused of these,
that man need help, bro. Like
shit like that in the you know, the Me Too era, like he's done.
He's done.
What's up with TD Jakes or like, you know,
he's still touring right now though.
Like,
who, Kelly?
Go knock on his door.
Still touring.
Yeah.
His ticket's $50.
Still fucking touring.
50.
I don't know, we'll see how it goes, man.
Bruh. Like, I mean, whether you want to support R. Kelly music or not, I mean, I ain't bumping that shit.
Who told somebody? Told me
and that's only because I ain't bumped it in a minute anyway.
Right.
Like, you know,
I'm
like,
not bumping.
like,
yo, I'm a DJ, and I'm telling you now, I'm not bumping Ignition at no event.
DJ Swvnk said no Chocolate Factory.
I heard his Spotify
no Ignition.
plays went up though. Spotify plays went up by like 20% or something since this shit's been going.
I mean, like, he has been getting more sales.
I saw Jada Pinkett,
which is crazy.
I saw Jada Pinkett, like really on her gram, talking about like, I really don't understand why there would be a spike in R. Kelly's music. Can somebody explain this to me? And I was like, tempted to search through these comments to see if somebody might have been like, Jada,
right.
People just might kind of be wanting to listen to that shit to see if they've been duped all along. Maybe.
Right.
It might not be because people are new fans of R. Kelly. It might be reoccurring fans that might want to go buy that shit again and kind of just see what he the fuck was talking about.
Trying to find the secret messages and shit.
You know, because she got songs like Age Ain't Nothing But a Number. Who the fuck was that about? He wrote that for Aaliyah, and that was Aaliyah's song. Think about the psychology of that. You know what I'm saying?
Let that sink in for a
song
second.
Came out as Aaliyah's song.
Let that sink in for a
That was
quick
like
second.
Aaliyah saying, Age ain't nothing but a number. But R. Kelly really wrote that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Ponder.
Like, in my mind, that's an R. Kelly hit. Even though it's an Aaliyah hit. But that's an R. Kelly hit, bro.
Where she had to confess, right? Exactly.
I can hear R. Kelly singing that shit. Whether that's important or not. But like, age ain't nothing but a number, dog. Seems like you're ready. Who seem like they ready?
Let it ponder.
Right.
Cause if you're ready already. You see what I'm saying? You ain't gotta seem
right. You don't
what's like
ready.
You is.
You know,
who are you talking about though? R. Kelly was giving us the hints, and that might just be Jada Pinkett. I love you, baby. You beautiful. That might just be Jada though. Why a motherfucker might want to go buy an R. Kelly album again, and it might be the people who never bought an R. Kelly album who just want to buy it to check it out.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? Because this is a big thing. This is viral. Jada, baby. I don't even want to go at Jada Pinkett like that. Jada, I like you. I like you. Will, I don't want no problems. But
I might get a karate chop from Jake.
Listen.
Come through.
Like, you gotta know once some shit goes viral with any music artist, themselves gonna go viral too.
Yeah.
Anybody that dies, their sales go up.
His name's everywhere. There's like, you know what I mean?
Like, R. Kelly done work with so many people.
Rest in peace to my man, you know, Mike Miller. You know, his sales
Mac Miller sales went up. XXX sales went, oh gosh. Oh gosh.
I think X had every person in the world like his photo on Instagram. The one photo on X's IG has everybody's like in the world.
bro.
On that one photo. That's crazy.
Iconic shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's wild.
So that's it's explainable. You know what I'm saying? Man, R. Kelly's a troubled dude, man. He needs some help.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? At the very end of the day, in the morning, bro, R. Kelly needs some help. Whether he needs jail time, hey, man, that's up for y'all to decide.
Time ain't nothing but a number, man, you know?
Or at least, like, split the jail time, you know, like, give him, you know, time and then put his ass in recovery for quite some time.
He getting out at 75. Tell me age ain't
I think
nothing but
he
a
should
number.
do a little pound, get some help, come back, you know, take the stance on, you know, pedophilia is wrong. I understand my ways was wrong. That shit was fucked up. I know I can't
double his clout and become a great man.
I can't change the hearts and minds of everyone, but the people that I can, I'm just wishing that y'all see me in a new light. Go on a whole fucking campaign about it, dude. Fuck it, drop a gospel album. Fuck it. Go back to I Believe I Can Fly type vibes. You can do it.
That shit would go.
And R. Kelly wins. People give it a little vibe. People are mad at him for a little minute. He did his time. He comes out. This is America, man. We have a forgiving fucking heart. If you own your shit, though. You can't come out suing motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You gotta own your shit. Listen, I got a problem. I need some help. Thank y'all for telling me I got a problem. Thank y'all for showing me the help that I need to get. I'm going to jail. Whatever I gotta do. If the judge want to give me 10, 20, 5, listen, I'ma do that. I need some help. I fucked a lot of people's lives up. I need some help. Y'all hear me recovering saying I need some help. I need some help.
Listen
I need
to the
some
lyrics.
help. R. Kelly, you need some fucking help, dog.
Yeah, because the lawsuit just, like, that whole thing just, like...
That shit just kills your whole credibility of a motherfucker that's innocent.
It shows, like, the lack of, you know, like you were saying, like, the
you don't have respect for
accountability
these families.
and shit.
You don't have respect for these wives and women that you actually did do shit to, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking like I'm no fucking, like, saint and shit. Like, you know, motherfuckers go through shit with women. But, like, listen, dog, like, you gotta own your shit, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just...
Yeah.
I don't know, man. What the fuck do I know?
Real shit.
Shit I don't know.
We're going to see it play out in one way or another, you know?
We gonna see it. We gonna see it. Man.
It's
This lawsuit ain't it, though.
No, definitely not.
Lawsuit ain't it, man.
That's a ballsy move.
That ain't it, Kels. Dropping of a song, I'd take that over a lawsuit. Like, you just about to bang out, dude. First of all, I don't think you have the cash to go through legal battles with all the people in production of surviving R. Kelly.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's just talk financials here. Like Kels. We going to legal battle. You just was talking about how you was broken that song. I admit.
But, like, you definitely know, like, he got hella bread stored somewhere.
Does he though?
Everybody got hella bread stored somewhere.
Does he though?
Yeah.
But does he though?
What's, like, the last, like, significant
Except,
record
like-
he put out?
But does
AI.
he though?
Yeah.
That's a real question, and we don't know. We don't know.
'Cause that's the thing, man. People
But I'm
around,
leaning
man.
towards the side of Nizzle.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm leaning towards the side of Kels might not be ready for that legality battle with the
What?
whole production of a documentary that's trying to smear your career. Not
Yeah.
even smear your career because you did that shit.
And you know there's no lawyers taking that case for free.
At all.
Not again.
Yeah.
Not again.
Yeah.
You beat that on a fluke.
You're paying those
Was
lawyers.
it Johnny Cochran?
Lying.
No, it wasn't. Of course, it wasn't Johnny Cochran. Johnny Cochran would never take that
Help you
fucking
beat this
case.
case.
Yeah.
What? I think 6ix9ine went to jail for with 1.7 in his pocket. Out of all that, out of his
How
whole
much of that
career,
with the legal fees?
huh?
Oh, you saying after all of these
Yeah.
fees, he only went to jail with 1.7?
Yeah, and try to use that for bail. They were like, no.
That's a
Money,
whole,
man.
That's a whole nother thing.
Yeah, money, man. I mean, listen, man. Money. At the end of the day, I think people get sucked up into this thing where they feel like their money
Makes him invincible.
makes them invincible, dude. Like, this is a real thing. Like, there's really a psychotic It's really like a psychotic like persona of people that really feel like if I work my ass off, if I get a lot of fucking money, if I just fucking make millions of fucking dollars, I'ma be okay. And it's like, how far is that shit from the truth? Like the fact that people really equate a financial thing that's not even real to happiness, which is the fucking realest fucking shit ever, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just it's an evident disconnect between the definitions of what happiness actually is and how it's been spun and how it's been like, just woven into this fucking like materialistic fucking thing that's just like not like, that's just so far from the truth. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like people really feel like you could just, people get a bunch of money. This is such a deep rabbit hole because we talk about R. Kelly, we talk about Bill Cosby, we talk about Harvey Weinstein, we talk about all these people that are in the media right now.
Yeah.
But the shit that trips me is like all the shit.
All of it, that's just...
all the shit you don't know. Oh, that felt so good to just quote that and segue into that. I didn't know that was even coming. But like, you know what I'm saying? Though, like, all the fucking shit we really don't know, dog.
Yeah.
Like all these secret hotel meetings, all these fucking like back alley pull up to the window with your card to my card business deals, all these shady fucking round table fucking discussions, dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a bunch of shit.
Well,
that's really going on under the wraps that like is so interwoven into the very fabric that is the entertainment business, to the point that the people are who are really affected by it the most, who really are fucked up by it the most, people that commit suicide, and the people, you know what I'm saying, like they're not even believed. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's so interwoven.
Did you see the Kevin Spacey shit?
Yeah.
To play into that, the video he made.
Not recently.
So Kevin Spacey was like, he just got charged. I don't know if he was sentenced or not, but he with like fucking like molesting this
groping a couple kids, sexual misconduct on a couple sets, and then, groping kids, groping genitalia, and verbal misconduct, shit like that.
He put out this video like right around Christmas because he got fired from House of Cards, which was like his main thing.
Oh shit!
He put out this video on YouTube under his own YouTube channel where it's him in his House of Cards, like in character as the character he played. Frank something or other. I only watched the first couple episodes of that shit.
It's like he misses it like that much. Okay.
There's levels.
Okay, there's levels. Okay.
So he's like talking the whole time, and you think he's just like, talking to like the audience basically, and he's saying like, because like he was like a bad dude like in the show, like he was like this evil ass like politician and shit. He's like, like, I showed you like how far a person could go, and like, they can't separate us type shit.
You wanted it,
but there's like this breakdown because the whole theme of this shit is creepy as fuck too. He's got like a fucking Santa apron on his shit. He's like stuffing a turkey. He's like drinking out of his mug, and there's like this whole thing with this like with like like the elite like pedophilia rings and whatnot, and
that's real.
The mug he was drinking, they were saying like. The whole video is kind of like
of what he had on was linked to.
It was like a double entendre. Even like what he was saying was like almost like a threat to other people that could have been involved with all this shit. He's like
what did he like say and like speculate on?
Well, first off, the mug he had like the royal crest of like the UK, and there's like a ton of fucking
shit on.
Yeah, ton of like the pedophilia shit over there. Like the dude Jimmy Savile or whatever. He was like that motherfucker was sick, and that's like confirmed. Like that dude just passed away, and like
sick as shit.
Yeah,
to the grave.
And there's, you ever heard of like the Lolita Express?
Have not yet.
It was like a private jet. I don't know who owned it. I forget. I don't.
Right.
I'm not an expert on this shit, but it was a private jet that flew to like some island somebody owned, where elites would go to like fuck kids.
Wow.
And there's flight records of Kevin Spacey being on
one of these
flights with Bill Clinton
With Bill fucking Clinton.
Yeah, President Bill Clinton.
Fucking President Bill.
Yeah, and like he's all tied up in this shit. The whole Clinton family they're just like a empire. But they're basically saying Kevin Spacey's basically like
the ringleader.
No, not the ringleader, but he's in this video. He's basically saying like, I'm not gonna go down for this shit by myself. Like I'm not gonna let you.
I'm taking all of you.
Soil my name.
Right.
Yeah. You got that shit.
I'm trying to find it.
It's creepy as fuck, man.
So like he's like speaking in code and mocking.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh my.
Because he's like perfectly showing this mug with like the royal crest and shit. And he's like stuffing the turkey, basically saying like, like I'm not gonna be fucking like the cooked turkey or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's fucking weird, man. Because I didn't catch it at first. I remember I saw it and I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, watch it. I was like, that's weird because you look at it at like face value, you're like,
why you in character right now?
Yeah, this dude has no self-awareness. He's just like pleading for his job back. You know what I mean? Like, okay. But then like I watched the breakdown. I was like, this shit is fucking bizarre.
Kevin Spacey. Let me be frank.
Yeah.
First time viewing, guys.
This is just the audio.
It's the audio.
I know what you want.
You couldn't find the video?
Oh, sure. They may have tried to separate us, but what we have is too strong. It's too powerful. I mean, after all, we shared everything, you and I. I told you my deepest, darkest secrets. I showed you exactly what people are capable of. I shocked you with my honesty, but mostly I challenged you and made you think. And you trusted me, even though you knew you shouldn't. So we're not done, no matter what anyone says. And besides, I know what you want. You want me back. Of course, some believed everything and had just been waiting with bated breath to hear me confess it all. They're just dying to have me declare that everything said is true and that I got what I deserved.
Like what?
Wouldn't that be easy? If it was all so simple. Only you and I both
it's at 10 million views, guys.
Not in politics and not in life. But you wouldn't believe the worst without evidence, would you? You wouldn't rush to judge.
Like, dude, like the fact that
you gotta watch the breakdown videos. Like there's a ton of them on there, but
the fact that he would even do this in this timing is just like, Kevin Spacey, what the fuck are you smoking, dude? What are you doing, dude? Like, this is like the
but like he
creepiest
blatantly
shit
can't come out, or like he's done. Like a silencer or like a rope is getting like he's getting done if like he blatantly speaks out.
And that's where I'm at right now. I'm like, you're going to see him like.
That's why he had to hit him with the
suicided, whether it's in prison or he's going to get off.
Right.
True. Those are the two extremes we at these days.
That's just a conspiratorial like fucking.
As far as like them taking care of like their business and how, with all the trace type.
Because a lot of these people that have like supposedly committed suicide were all linked to the Clintons.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's kind of where I'm like pulling this from.
Quotation marks all around suicide.
By the way, I love the Clintons. Shout out to Hill and Bill.
Oh, okay.
I just want that.
Get that sponsor. Okay, we're gonna get that sponsor. All right. Cool.
I like my life a lot, man.
Cool, man. Cool. Sponsored by Life.
I'm not trying to be. There's like a whole thing. You're like hanging. There's like a red scarf on the doorknob and shit. That's supposedly like their calling card for like the people they've offed and shit.
Fuck. On some old fucking.
But they're great people, Great people.
So I hear.
Welcome.
A lovely family.
So I hear.
Yeah, man.
But shit,
see,
there's levels to this.
There's levels to a lot of shit.
Like, it's low. Damn.
What the fuck is going on? What's going on in the world, man? Oh, I want to give a shout out to Centonia Brown. Centonia Brown just received clemency for the killing of
I saw that
her abuser, who she was in an abusive relationship with for many years, who she wound up murdering. I don't even want to say murdering, like, you know what I'm saying, like, she had to do what the fuck she had to do.
Didn't he like buy her or something?
Yeah, like this motherfucking name was like some old crazy shit, like fucking like what the fuck was his name?
There was his case.
His name was also some wild shit, like sweet, like what the fuck was his name? I'm mad that I don't even know
I
this.
seen some.
That's crazy how the media is. Like, I forgot about this case. Like, this case was like kind of swept under the rug for a long time, and I've been seeing like fleeting shit about this shit. Like every here and there, they kind of reminded me like, oh yeah, like she is going through this shit still. She definitely was booked this whole time. Like, you know what I'm saying, for killing her pimp or whatever. Like the dude that was like really.
He purchased her for sex.
What was his name?
I'm looking it up right now.
Fuck this nigga, whoever the fuck he was. But, you know what I'm saying? What the fuck was his name? Like some old shit that was like, oh yeah, you did that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? You talking about how motherfuckers like
Johnny Mitchell Allen.
What was his nickname though? His nickname was some crazy shit.
See it
like,
on here. It says in 2004, Brown killed Johnny Mitchell Allen, who Brown said had solicited her for sex and taken her back to his house. Prosecutors at the time said Brown shot Allen in the head while he was sleeping, stole money and guns, took his truck, and fled the scene. This is like the initial allegations.
There was a similar case to where
so he was her pimp is what it's saying.
Wow.
Here.
Insane.
She killed dude and was facing like 50 years, dog. Was facing like life or some dumb shit, dog. Like, are you fucking kidding me, dog? This girl was how old? 15, 16,
I think,
dog?
at the time,
like, are you fucking serious?
And they're saying in here, like
about.
if she were tried for that same shit today, she would not be.
She had her hair braided in like court and shit. Bro. Like,
was this like pre-Me Too era?
Yeah. Well, I think she did.
How long was she booked for then? Because this Me Too shit.
She did 15.
She did 15 years already.
15. She's granted clemency after serving 15 years in prison.
Goodness gracious, dog. So how old is she now?
She was So she was
15 when
16.
she got booked. When she. Oh my.
Yeah, she killed him when she was 60. She was, what, 31?
I didn't even get into this story that deep. I thought she looks like a 15-year-old girl still.
Yeah.
Like today. So I thought I'm sorry to everybody that's hearing this. I'm not up on current events. Like I said, this was a fleeting story, so I wasn't really.
That's what she looked like then.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what she looked like then. Okay, so they must be the pictures I'm still seeing then.
They got. I guess that's what she looks like now.
Oh, okay, all right. So I didn't even see the pictures of her as an adult. Okay.
Like the only way to get away from like
they're still using the pictures of like back then though to like for the memes and
show her and shit.
Yeah,
you know
right.
Well, I mean, how can you sentence like someone that looks like, you know what I mean, like
who fought for their life to have something not
to get out of a
anymore.
How else are you gonna get out of it? Because you know, to get into a situation like that, I mean. I don't know.
Ball into that situation,
right? I don't know what her home life was, or if there even was one.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, because you know, if you got parents, even shitty parents, like it's hard to get into a situation like that.
It is.
Like,
it is. That's a lot of steps to get into a situation like that. There got to be like a lot of factors going into that for you to be even in that situation.
You know, to all the girls listening, you know, always check up on your homegirls. You know what I'm saying?
Word, man. So the sisterhood is important, man.
Sisterhood is definitely
because it's a lot of dudes out here trying to miscredit y'all.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's word, man. That's word up.
Y'all be safe out there. You heard?
A lot of dudes trying to miscredit women and say y'all stories is not credible because y'all, you know what I'm saying, had sex and went through with the acting. We was talking about the whole like the dimensions of rape and shit, and people really be like thinking like, you know, just taking the yams is the only way that you rape someone, and it's really not. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
no means no.
Yeah, no means no, dog. And
a firm N-O period.
Low key, as a man, this is a man saying this, and I ain't no dude that's no virgin. I've had my fair share of relationships with women, so I know what the fuck I'm talking about. This is Deezion, remember, goddammit. Say no. But fucking like for real though, dog, like talking to my brothers on some real honest shit, like dog, like if a chick is saying no, bro, and you still sliding that joint in, even if she likes it, even if it feels good to her, you gotta take into consideration, bro, she likes you. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's not like you dealing with somebody who just don't like you. If you get to a situation where your clothes is off, listen, or a piecing of clothes is off where y'all can have sex, you ain't gotta be totally naked. But listen, if a chick really don't want to do it, but she do it anyway, and she's saying no, and you still kind of pushing the envelope,
there is no consent, my guy.
Yeah,
that's rape, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's just it's really no getting around it, because a lot of chicks, respect dudes. A lot of the chicks, it comes with a certain level of fear when in respect. You know what I'm saying? And that's just honest. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's not diminishing women. That's not saying women is inferior to men in no shape or way or form. But that's just reality. You know, 9 times out of 10, a chick fucking with you because she think you could protect her. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Or most women. I ain't gonna speak for all women, but most women want to fuck with a man that they feel like could protect them. You ain't got to be a big, burly, strong dude, but if they feel like you gonna hold them down in the situation, they fuck with you for that. You know? So, like, when it comes to sexual relations and it's that first time, a chick might have morals, a chick might have respect for herself, a chick might not really want to do it with you on that first night, but she might, bro. And you can't say if she want to come back. You know, you really can't say if she felt like that was an uncomfortable situation for her, even though she still did it. You really can't discredit her testimony and say if she want to come back however the fuck time later and say, yo, that was a situation I really wasn't uncomfortable with. You know, like, I don't feel like he raped me, but it was a situation where I really didn't want to have sex and I did at the same time. And I felt like, you know, it was a situation where, like, you know, I felt like I was kind of coerced into the situation. Right. And that should be totally acceptable. You know what I'm saying? Like, for us to discredit a woman just because she did it and went through with the act is totally asinine. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, dog. Like, you know what I mean? Like, like we trying to place our own male, you know, abilities and advantages on situations that we uncomfortable with discussing. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta respect her choice.
You gotta respect her choice, even if she chose to do it.
Stop watching porn, nigga.
For real.
Real shit. Porn is crazy too, because porn creates this weird facet in your mind that the type of shit that you watch in porn is the type of shit that women are into.
False
and that's so far from the case. Even though some women may watch a lot of shit, we was talking about this shit earlier.
Yeah, we were,
how, like,
bro.
more women in this. In the last 10 years watch porn than any other than all times of fucking that porn has been out.
And to get specific on that,
more women
they
in the
watch
last 10 years.
They watch it a minute 14 longer than men.
Really?
Factual. And this is on Pornhub.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Pornhub is the most watched site that porn is watched on.
Yeah.
Created in
Women
Germany,
watch porn a minute and 14 longer. A minute and 14, like, you know, whatever times longer than
seconds
than
longer. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
That's wild.
That's wild.
Yeah.
And it's majority lesbians. You fucking carpet munchers.
Whoa, guy.
I found a cool percentage where, you know, like, you know,
shout out to the LGBTQ.
Women, a lot of women watch pregnancy porn.
Really?
Pregnancy porn, yeah, is watched by like 41%.
I was wondering who was watching that shit.
Yeah.
I was like, chicks
not me, but
chicks want to get pregnant. They want to see if they can.
I mean, we've all been there
when they got the pop up in them. You know, like, they want to see the different ways it can happen. I ain't mad at y'all. You know what I'm saying?
We've all stumbled upon those spaces of the internet. But, you know.
Listen, man, shout out to the Prego packets. You know what I'm saying?
But as a whole, yeah, you know, like, don't let that shit alter your mind, man. You know?
Yeah.
Not every girl out here can bend backwards, you know what I'm saying? So, no.
Yeah, man, like, mentally as well. You know what I'm saying?
Most of the shit on the internet is a lie, porn included. So, you know.
It is. You gotta just keep a clear mind, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it comes, like I said, it comes down to responsibility as well as accountability. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta, you know the shit that's out here. You know what I'm saying? And if you a person that don't know the shit that's out here, I feel like at this point, you're choosing to. You know? Like, you're choosing to not know the shit that's out here. Like, you know, because you got so many avenues in which shit is, like, displayed to you, whether you want to see it or not. So it's like, if you like a super skeptic and you just, like, don't want to believe in anything, and it's like none of this shit is real, and it's like, which a lot of shit ain't real, but it's like some shit is. Like, you know, like, if you just one of them people, it's like, dude, like, just take a chill pill, you know, sleep on it, wake up tomorrow, roll a fat L, smoke it.
Shout out to our stoner listeners,
and
man.
Just just approach the day differently, man. Like, really take yourself outside yourself, which a lot of people have a problem doing. But just like, man, dude, like these people who think dinosaurs never existed. Like, what? Like, you okay? Okay.
For starters, we split off 6.3 billion years ago.
This is the debunk of that. Fuck a scientific debunk. If you don't believe scientists have found dinosaurs and they're making these all up. They're all fucking. No, none of this is real. Like, dude, go to fucking Nevada. Dig a little bit.
Take a trip.
You might find a fossil. And if you say that, and it might be a fucking bone. And it might be a big fucking bone. A bone that's like no animal on the face of this earth right now is this big. Now, if you telling me you yourself
in that moment
went and dug this bone up with no scientific help, no paleontologist, no, just you with a shovel, a couple brews, and a good playlist. You dug this shit up. Now, you mean to tell me this ain't real? What is it then? If it's not real, then what is it? Motherfuckers don't have an answer. They don't have an answer because they think everything comes from the government.
Yeah.
And it really fucking doesn't, dude. When you just do a little bit of research on your own,
government is man-made.
You kind of find out a lot of shit you don't know.
There was some sketchy shit with dinosaurs, though. I'm not saying they don't exist.
But
there was like
it's sketchy shit with everything.
They
but
called
to
this
literally
shit the
flat
Bone
out
Wars.
and say that shit never existed because you don't believe it, because you don't want to do the research yourself to actually find out that this shit actually really did exist. It's just like,
well, I think a lot of people have the problem with like, you can't really ever. Most people aren't gonna have that experience,
right,
of finding a fucking fossil.
Right.
And they're gonna have to live it second-handedly through the internet or fucking History Channel. You know what I mean?
Right.
And a lot of people have a hard time believing, especially, we are lied to on a daily basis.
For sure.
I'm not saying it's about dinosaurs per se. I believe dinosaurs did exist, for the record. But like, that's kind of where that comes from. This level of disbelief.
Did you see? Not to cut you off. I'm sorry. 100%. Did you see the flat Earth thing? The flat Earth people. It was a meme that the flat Earth. It was like on Twitter. I think like it was like the flat Earth page or whatever, or their representative page, and it was like, we the flat Earth people. It was some stupid shit like, we the flat Earth people from all around the world believe that.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you right now that
He's like, how dumb are you?
I'm gonna tell you right now though.
Look. We the flat Earth people from all around the world.
Well, it's a disc, man. It's a frisbee.
I'm gonna tell you right now, like, I'm so
like, how embarrassed.
Like, how though, right?
Bro, that shit went up.
Yeah, you need some proofreaders.
That shit went up,
right,
like a fucking card.
Neil deGrasse Tyson was on that shit.
I'm so like anti-flat people. Like, I don't even fathom like looking at shit. Just like why do you?
Where is the edge?
Is this too, like,
where is the edge
that?
though? Like, where? If okay,
look,
I'll
say this.
Tell me.
Is the flat Earth theory that it's not like a flat thing?
Do we gotta put all these people on a boat?
It's not like a tile cap. It's not like a tile piece of tile. Is the theory that it's actually like a
disc?
I'm sorry. Like, excuse me. Like, we think it's a sphere, but is the flat Earth theory that it's not a sphere, that it's actually like a elliptical disc?
Yeah, it's some sort of
my thing is
disc with
like
dome.
Do they got family members who go on vacations in like Australia or like Bahamas?
These people don't have family.
Like, I'm just like,
these people have no one.
Like, no contact with outside.
No one to tell them like, you gotta stop. This has to end.
Where is the edge?
Listen, man.
So like, they should die off soon then.
I mean, right? If Darwin was real,
oh my god,
if that's like, I'll say this, man.
Shout out Darwin.
Question
Darwin
everything.
was a racist. Don't shout out Darwin. Fuck Darwin.
All right, fair enough.
Look up eugenics.
Question everything.
We can talk about that in another
but
podcast.
know when to quit.
Coming soon.
Yeah, eugenics is kind of fucked.
Eugenics, bro. Charles Darwin was a heavy fucking.
But we're gonna hop on that.
Charles Darwin was a heavy pioneer of eugenics.
Stay tuned.
Eugenics based a lot of their shit off of evolution.
Preview.
And he wasn't necessarily the first person to propose evolutionary theories.
Factual.
Just the first one to go mainstream with it.
Most noted, right?
But that was definitely around long before.
I'm like literally looking up flat earth.
It's the same thing.
I'm literally looking up flat earthers. Where is the edge?
well, you know, apparently, from what I know, it's like a disc, like and then there's like the ice wall. So really, like Antarctica is not the pole. It's like the entire disc is surrounded by the ice wall, and the sun moves in like this like elliptical. I guess I don't know. I'm not a fucking scientist.
Okay, bro. So this is the. I typed in flat earthers. Where's the edge? And the first thing was. Flat earthers explain why we don't fall off the edge of our planet, and it involves Pac-Man. See, this is the shit.
But like, wasn't Pac-Man trapped?
This is the shit that I be talking about.
So you just go off one side and you just pop up on the other one?
Most believers in a flat Earth think the planet is a flat disk surrounded by an ice wall.
Yeah.
I just want to know, like, where is the how many grams are in your L, and where are you getting your weed from? Because I want that.
I need that shit.
Like,
you don't want
that shit, bro. Like that shit is the petrol, dude.
I got this shit called Earth, dog.
I got this shit called Flat Earth, bro.
Yo,
that's gotta be a strain.
Shit called Flatbush,
and the Earth turns into a flat disc.
Gotta be a strain
around it from Game of Thrones.
A flat Earth
like
Kush.
That flat Earth Kush,
bro.
Yo, I got that high beat right now, bro.
Welcome to the Flat Earth Society. And this is Flat Earth Frequently Asked, the Flat Earth Society. Wiki.tfes.org, whatever the fuck that is. Oh, the Flat Earth Society. Okay, word. I'm a dickhead.
I was good.
It was created. Welcome to the Flat Earth Society, and thank you for taking the time to go through this fact. Okay, it was created to address the many misconceptions around. Oh, I must be a round earther. Okay, it was created to address the many misconceptions a round earther may have about the flat earth theory, and to act as an easily accessible entry point into the mainstream flat earth model. This page is designed to answer some of the questions that many round earthers raise when they first arrive. Oh God, we arrived to the flat earth.
Let's get learned.
Okay, let's get learned. Please check this page before making your first threads in the forums. Blah 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 blah, blah suck my dick. Blah. What is what? Okay. Like, I just kind of like don't want to go into this.
It was like it was like they believed in like some religious based thing called like.
Okay, what evidence do you have? What evidence do you have? Oh, cool. The evidence for a flat Earth is derived from many different facets of science and philosophy. Wow. Ooh. The simplest is by relying on one's own senses to discern the true nature of the world around us. That's pretty scientific.
That's pretty.
The world looks flat. The bottoms of clouds are flat. The movement of the sun, these are all examples of your senses telling you that we do not live in a spherical, heliocentric world. This is using what's called an empirical approach, or an approach that relies on information from your senses. From your senses, right? Alternatively, when using Descartes'
We told you.
Is that it? Descartes' method of Cartesian doubt, and that was linked. So I guess we can figure out what Cartesian doubt is. Alternatively, when using Descartes' method on Cartesian doubt to skeptically view the world around us, one quickly finds that the notion of a spherical world is the theory which has the burden of proof, and not flat Earth theory.
Like, it just sounds fucking confusing.
It sounds
lost. I was trying.
It sounds like all the information is like, bro. Like, just trying to think. This shit's like.
Is flat Earth theory connected to a religion? Flat Earth theory is neither officially nor unofficially associated with any religion.
See, but I feel like if you believe in a flat Earth, like, you have to believe in a God. or some sort of like ultimate creator.
They said this.
Not that.
But God never said he made this joint a circle either, though. You know?
Yeah.
Did he ever say in the Bible that joint was a circle?
No.
He never did.
All these squares.
He never
make a
really
circle.
did.
All these squares.
And
make
it's
a circle.
no biblical, to my knowledge. I mean, I ain't a biblical historian, but
I think I have.
I think I got a fair knowledge of Genesis. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Cuz ain't say nothing about a ball.
Yeah.
Cuz made the heavens and the earth,
But
and the seas and everything in between. But he ain't say nothing about a ball though. We kind of put that on there. Where did the first? Was it Isaac Newton and Galileo?
That's if you take the Bible as the word of God, so to speak.
Or like,
True. It's a hot take. But
where do we separate it though? Because God made heavens and earth and sea and animals and humans, but where do we get it? They say he made the stars and the galaxy and the sun and all that, but he never talked about the shapes they were. What if they squares?
Yeah.
What if they triangles? What if they're octagons?
Pyramids?
What if they're dodecagons?
But like
tetrahedrons.
like we were talking about like a few
how many is that again?
nights ago, like
a lot. Yes.
What if those commandments and visions were just like that burning bush theory? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
ET,
Like,
right?
Like,
What if motherfuckers were just high as fuck?
DM Tizzle.
Back in the day, people just
Well, that's the shit I was
because like
think about the Garden
remember
of
because
Eden, dog. I
remember
wonder
like
what
the
books-
earth is still like
is it a book of Eden?
evolving and like adapting to
Yeah.
like it's all occurring self. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? So like there's plenty of species of plants and like everything that are still fossilized that like
Yeah.
of course earlier human, well pre-human, you know, like
Had access to for sure.
had
Nah,
complete
word.
access. You know what I'm
For
saying?
sure.
I was
Mushrooms.
I was looking into this shit. It's like this whole theory of like, you know, the biblical Jesus, like, because he kind of disappears from the ages like 12 to fucking 30 in the Bible.
Right.
There's like this whole theory he went to India and was like learning with them and all this shit, and then came back
with the
and
gems.
part of this theory is that like he didn't actually die on the cross. There was this drug, I think it was called Soma, that's like lost the time. No one knows how to make it or what it was, but this theory is he took that, basically zonked out, and then, you know, didn't actually die and come back to life. He just fucking snapped out of it 3 days later,
And
fucking got out and then took off. Because in India, they claim that there's the tomb, I think it's in India, somewhere in that region. They claim like
His original tomb.
his actual, like, not where he
Biblical
rose
tomb,
from the dead,
right,
but
yeah.
like where he actually, like, after the fact lived out his life there and then died.
Wow.
But the whole book itself is, you know, like you have a question of, you know, that's just based off a trip that was, you know, settled. Now I have all these visions that like I've seen. Now I have a book's worth of, all, you know what I'm saying? Like
That's really interesting though. Like that's so much shit. Like to really
like
think
you name
about
your
so many
chapters and
things
all
that's
That whole
lost.
theory is super interesting because
Right.
it's like you really think this kid was just like, you know, just like building shit with his carpenter dad, and he's just got these like, you know, this whole philosophy of like,
Right.
because like I bought this shit like reading into it. It's called the Jefferson Bible. I didn't get super far into it. Like Thomas Jefferson actually did this because like
Wow.
he was it was like a project he did where he basically just like cut out all the shit from the Bible that's like actually attributed to Jesus. Like took out all like the supernatural shit and like, you know, just like what he actually was like talking about. And, you know, it's like a lot of this shit coincides with like the beliefs of like the Indian religions and all that shit at the time. You
That's
know what I mean? Like there's a
crazy.
lot of, you know, just like peace and like respect for your like fellow man and shit like that. And like
right.
super interesting.
Very
And
interesting.
like those tied to like some of the ancestral traits from India.
Yeah, and
Tied-
apparently after, you know, he got out and fucking left the tomb, like he went and like lived out a whole life, had kids and a wife and shit. And
shit they never would tell you. Like
shit you don't know.
Off the
Like,
burning
it's
bush.
crazy. Like that's
Off the
wild.
bush.
Like it make me
Off the
really-
Soma bush.
The Bible and all of
Soma,
the ancient
man.
texts have been
feel like I heard that word like at some
know?
point recently, but like in a form where like our body like makes a chemical like it. You know what I'm saying? Like some shit like that. Like,
yeah, I mean, for all we know, it could have been like DMT. Like, I don't know if it would have that effect. I don't know, you know, like, or how much of the shit he took to be fucking zonked out for 3 days, or you know.
That's a plant form, rooted, ripe, prime bush, like probably a seed of some other shit that's just been traveling down for millions of years.
Whenever they show that depiction, you watch the Passion of the Christ,
right?
It's been a while.
Whenever you hear the Jesus story, I forget who it was. It wasn't Mary? Was it Mary? No. Was it Mary? No. It might have been Mary. She came and gave Jesus water before he died.
Right. Yeah.
What if that was ayahuasca?
Yeah. Or so. Yeah. I mean, that's like part of it. You know, like they slipped him some shit.
Right.
It's crazy, man. It's really interesting to like.
That's wow.
Not
very interesting though.
To not
like thought about that.
To not just disregard like religion and all those teachings as a whole, but to actually look at like
really
Jesus as like a human,
to
put
it in our
like the scope of a man.
That's very interesting, dude. I've never thought about that. Like, well, I guess it's shit you won't think about until you really like start understanding psychedelics and like their true, like purpose and like their true effects on the psychoactive mind. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that shit fuck around take you back to fucking the day Jesus got crucified, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
cause I mean,
you eat a high enough dose of DMT, depending on where your mind is and what you thinking about. Like, dude, like. You fuck around, get all the answers, bro, and be just so overwhelmed that you can't, even reiterate it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's all right. It's all right. Calm down. It's happening. It's happening.
Right.
Calm down.
Okay.
That collective knowledge is powerful, man. Like,
fuck. I need to do DMT.
I want to do it. I'm scared.
I gotta be at a point in life where things.
I'm gonna go.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna come back with the shit.
I gotta wake up and be like making like $20 like every 3 hours, 5 hours, 2 hours, an hour. Like boss level gotta be happening.
I feel like I'm too silly to do that shit, man. Like I'm gonna just be in a bunch of dumb shit.
I feel like I'm just being voids and like crazy colors and feels and all. Just like crazy colorful shit. I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen. For real.
You're gonna go the deepest, bro. Like I feel like.
Well, they say you don't always break through though. That's because there's levels to that shit. Like you could just
sing your dosage, I guess.
But like I feel that's based off like your just whole cognitive and just how like
I feel like it's in the dosage.
It's how much you take because like
take
you gotta take half an eighth for shrooms, and I watched somebody and they was like, you know what? Nah, they was like. Fuck that. Like, you supposed to just literally do like 5 grams.
Yeah. Terrence, we were talking about that last night. Yeah.
Right. I was like, I ate half of an eighth, dog. And I had the most amazing psychedelic trip I've ever had in my fucking mind. Now, I've only done shrooms and smoked weed. I've never done acid. I've never done DMT. Never did coke. Never did crack. Never did meth. Never did Molly. I've never did any kind of opioid. I popped a Xanny before. I popped a perk. I'm tripping. I'm from Philly and I'm 28. But only like one in my life. I popped a Xanny bar too. Don't get it fucked up. But yeah, pills not my thing. Definitely only did shrooms 3 times. Most amazing fucking shit I've ever experienced in my life, apart from the female vagina. But like
mushrooms are older than us.
Like
old as fuck.
Had 2 trips, 2 good trips and a bad one. But like, I really want to do this DMT trip, dog. Like, I really want to do this DMT trip, bro. Like, I feel like, I don't know, man. I feel like I'm gonna just get the clarity.
You just gotta make sure you do it right when you get it, because there's a million wrong ways to do it.
That's why I don't want to do it yet.
I don't think I'm ready for one.
I need the clarity, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
I need to be able to be comfortable with what the fuck's gonna happen when
I don't think you're ever gonna get that way. I don't think there is.
Of course,
you're never gonna know what you're gonna get.
I want to confirm that shit outside of myself. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I know where you're coming from.
Right.
As soon as I can confirm that, and I'm in my trip, and it's like, okay, I was not expecting this. Oh, I'm gonna have a good time. I feel like
my acid trip was like
you
completely just like like everything I thought we're going to like my trip like it was just not even fucking close to what I thought it would be.
Right. Yeah.
It's like off the rip. Just
how much you do?
I did like a double sided tab.
Okay.
With a dragon on the front.
Fuck.
Yeah. So like
that
bad boy has like sat in. You have to mind you, like this house is like full of like 11 of like my other friends. You know what I'm saying? So like it's just 11 of us. Like
everybody tripping,
bro.
Tiger.
And
that's a lot of people.
I got a man in a corner circling around in a bookcase. I'm like, yo, like you good? Man, not like active at all. I'm like, bro, like leave him alone. About like 40 minutes into it, I started like sinking in. House started moving. Like. You feel this like this transparent layer, you know what I'm saying, like of your body, and then like I was able from my perspective once like that began to happen, like I started seeing like color, the dimensions and shit.
Just pops.
Yeah, and like every time I move and like keep focus on something and like divert my vision to something else, like those color dimensions would like shade and like go along and like prolong what I was previously looking at.
Yeah, the trails.
Yeah, the trail. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, like those fucking Akira brake lights and shit.
But like that was happening for like 11 hours straight.
Yeah.
Psychedelics are weird.
I've done acid a handful of times. And every time it was different.
Yeah,
always pretty good.
Necessary, man. Like they're very necessary in the understanding of the human mind.
The physical was always the same, but
as far as the
level of like
the embodiment,
mental shit,
right?
It always feels like to me at least, it feels like you're like in like a eternal stretch. Like like you're just like you can't quite get it, but it feels fucking good.
Okay,
like
so like
I'm
really gonna the only thing I remember and I told myself I had to remember while during my trip was this, and it has to be to someone who has also tripped.
Right.
So the thing was, for me, were like you ever like or sense that like you were 2 minutes or 5 minutes ahead of time, but seeing your moves already like manipulated?
I wasn't tripping that hard. I don't think so.
I mean, I guess because maybe because it wasn't acid. Like my shroom trips were very.
If anybody's confused about that, like I'll describe that real quick. Where like
I kind of do know what you mean.
Where like like for example, if I picked up the remote and changed the channel, I wouldn't, like that's being envisioned in my mind, but like physically, I think I've already done it, but a few minutes go by and then I do it.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, didn't I just do this 5 minutes ago? You know what I'm saying?
I do kind of know, because the first time I tripped, I had bought the tab and I was like kind of scared to take it. And I was like sitting on it for like 6 months. And one day I was just home alone.
You took a trip on that time.
Right.
Yo, I'm gonna see you in a bit, bro. Like I'm gonna make a few paychecks and come back.
Yeah. Left that shit where it was at.
And I took it. I was by myself. I was like, fuck it, tonight's the night.
Yeah.
And I was in the studio and I was actually mixing fucking Prince. The track.
Oh, word, Prince, boy.
And I was like, and I kind of know what you mean by that. I was like mixing, and I felt like I was like making decisions before I even
bet you
like, made
fucking
them.
word off that fucking beat. That shit was fucking dumb, but that shit is like acid tripping his fucking self.
Yeah, I was like, I just need to like do this now.
There's always that first like the first like hour of like you like you accepting that like these next.
It's coming.
10 hours.
Did you start to feel it? You're like,
oh man.
Yeah.
Like I didn't smoke a blunt.
Yeah. There's no amount of milk I can drink right now that's gonna make this go away
at all.
Nope.
Nah,
helps with your acid?
I heard that it
Do you
kills
drink?
your weed eye.
Does it?
That's what I heard.
Really?
And like lemon juice and shit like that. Yeah.
No, well, I heard lemon
juice.
Like orange juice and shit. Yeah. Like citrusy shit supposed to boost
orange juice brought back my trip a little bit like the next morning. Yeah. For
Listen,
real.
This is shit y'all don't know. Y'all can Google this.
This is shit I've heard that may or may not be true. Yeah.
Don't quote us, people.
Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah, drink some OJ after you smoke a L.
Well, wasn't that the whole?
Well, no. OJ after a trip.
Oh,
yeah.
I've heard it with weed too. I thought
for real?
I thought that was like the whole like Wiz Khalifa thing, like the cushion orange juice thing. I don't know, maybe not.
I thought that was just how he woke up in the morning and just wanted to rap about it. Okay,
I just felt like that nigga was sick all the time.
Like, he drank so much orange juice during that era, he cannot get sick no more.
Cushion emergency.
I'm talking so much shit. Like,
cushion vitamin C and E. Like,
do not listen to me right now.
Yeah, man. There's no way to prepare yourself for trips. You just gotta dive in.
Yeah.
I'm
not that I'm an expert or anything. I mean, like, but
you can prepare the like environment.
I think I'm ready for my next shroom trip. I am.
Shroom trip?
Yes.
I need a trip.
My last one was
I haven't
bad, dude. Oh, this was like I said, how my shroom trips was like the most amazing shit I've ever experienced besides the female vagina. Like my bad shroom trip was like the worst shit I ever experienced besides like probably like the fear of like my pop dying when he had a stroke. You know?
Yeah.
Like it was that fucking terrifying. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I was a kid. I don't even remember how old I was. I was definitely at Robin Morris. Shout out to Robin Morris in North Philly. 26 and Thompson, man, that shit. That's a whole nother story. But fucking Pop had a stroke, dog, on my way to school. He wasn't taking me this morning. Just so happened. And I got to school, and then like they told me, like, you know, whatever. I just remember like going to lunch, cause I didn't leave.
Yeah.
I just remember like going to lunch and just really being like, feeling like that loneliness. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's popping in the lunchroom, mind you. All my friends is there, I'm chilling, but I'm just really sitting there with all that shit on my mind. And this has had to be like 3rd grade or some shit like that. So I'm young. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But that's what that fucking shroom trip was like. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was like that fucking loneliness. Of just being in like a room full of people. You know everybody in this room and just feeling like all the chatter is just so loud. It's just so dark and just so, you just so terrified of like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
what was the setting for the trip?
I was at my home. Who crib was I at? I was at Pooh crib. And
a lot of people, or
nah, it was 3 people. It was me, her, and her girlfriend. We was chilling. And dark room, you know, dim light. Like, we wasn't really doing shit.
Yeah.
Like, you know, we kind of just was like,
so you just got in your head
chilling. Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? I sat in a chair. And
was there a moment you felt it was where it turned on you, or was it? Absolutely. You think it was just like the whole time you were kind of like vibes were off?
Oh no, absolutely. No, it was definitely a turning point.
Okay.
We was chilling. Like I said, we was chilling. We was playing Monopoly. And then like, I think Shorty started like, the chick started like feeling her trip, so she couldn't play anymore.
Yeah.
You know, so it was just like the mood was kind of blown because she like, you know, all right, like we already in the flow of Monopoly. And I fuck with Monopoly, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm hyped to be playing this on shrooms, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really want to do this, like, you know what I'm saying? And it was like, I feel like the fact that shit kind of just got shut down and like we ain't doing shit now, just kind of like was like kind of bummed me, like, you know. And I'm already a motherfucker that got mad shit on my mind, but I never go into trips thinking about the shit that's on my mind. Like, you know, I go into trips thinking like, you know, I want to escape this. Like, you know, like I want to see them good things and, you know, and shit that make me not think about the bad things. Like, you know what I'm saying? But like that shit kind of bummed me, and it was just like, what do I do? So I just remember sitting in a chair, and I was just like, I rolled the L, and I was smoking. I think what happened was I didn't really drink that much water. That's what it was. That should have fucked up your subconscious. That's exactly why I had this bad trip, because I didn't drink enough water. Anybody who's doing mushrooms and hallucinogenics, please drink water. Drink water, dude.
Even if you're not, if you're just living your life, make sure you're hydrated.
Yeah, just drink water, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you're going to do that shit, have some water on deck, because it helps. It's definitely a game changer. Because I do remember a significant piece of this shit was that I did not drink any water, and the other 2 times I did, and those were amazing trips. See what I'm saying?
See, hydrate. I got a funny story though, because you said you guys were playing Monopoly and shit, and like I was taking acid one time, and I was playing, I think it was like Risk or something, some game where you had to like conquer fucking territories and shit. It was like a board game, and it was like the first time I played, and I was like with my friend, I was playing with his roommate, or his 2 roommates, and I remember like, because you kind of like, you know, like you're like basically like playing as like an army, trying to like take over fucking whatever, like countries and shit, and like I remember like taking over this chick's like country, like she was just fucking around, but like this shit like just started to hit me. She was like, you motherfucker, and I was like I just felt so bad. I was like, I'm sorry. Like, I was like, I can't play anymore. I'm fucking done with this. Like, I can't handle board games right now. Anything we gotta strategize to like fuck over another person right now, I can't do it. Like,
I was like there for it. Like, so I was
feel like if I was playing Monopoly, I'd just be giving the money out. Like, I don't want like any negative responsibility.
Dude, we fucking stopped playing, and I just remember sitting in a chair, and I'm like, fuck, what are we gonna do now? Or like, fuck. I just remember looking at my hands, dude, and they started swelling up like the clumps, like Professor Clumps. My fingers started swelling up like Professor Clumps, dog. Like mad slow, but they was getting like fucking sausage links, dog. And I was like, what the fuck? And I shut my hand. I made a fist. Yeah. And it was regular again. And I opened my hand again, and it did it again. Shut my fist again. I'm like, oh fuck. Now I'm tripping.
I'm high.
Now I'm tripping. Because we was playing Monopoly, mind you, we playing Monopoly the whole time. It didn't hit me yet. But once it bummed me that we wasn't playing no more, I went into it with that.
Can we just peep this paper system?
That's good.
Convenience, man. But I went into it with that though. You know what I'm saying? And then my fingers started swelling. I went immediately into the bed. That shit happened twice, and I went immediately into the bathroom. Threw water on my face. I said, we ain't about to do this tonight.
I had an acid trip like that.
Where I literally looked in the mirror and I said, DZ, we ain't about to do this tonight. We not about to do this. We're not about to do this. Get your shit together. I slapped myself a couple times.
But then his eyes start melting in the mirror.
I slapped myself a couple times.
Yeah,
said,
bro,
listen, motherfucker, get your shit together. You gonna go the fuck back in that room, and you gonna have a good fucking mushroom trip, because you deserve it. I went back in that fucking room, and I had the worst experience of my life, dog. Every time I closed my eyes, it looked like my brain was a fucking circuit board in the middle of a storm.
Ooh.
But it was broke.
Ooh.
So all you could see is all these electrical sparks and shit. But I'm just getting flung over the top of my brain, though, like back and forth, like whoosh. I'm just watching all this shit, and the whole time my brain is below me. You see what I'm saying? So I got full panoramic view of what's happening on my brain. And that was every single time I closed my eyes, dog. But every time I opened my eyes, the lights was just like, and it was like some type of like, you know, like just house lights or whatever, like just like string lights or whatever. And these shits was like oozing. It was like oozing down and shit, but never dripping. They never dripped. They just oozed down like a drip, and that was fucking me up while my eyes was open. And I'm like, fuck, gotta close my eyes again. And every single time I closed my eyes, dog, it was just some dark, twisted fucking like whirlwind of skulls and like just fucking like just shit. I'm having trouble even remembering this shit now and talking about it because it was that much of an intense thing in the moment. I thought I was gonna die.
Yeah.
Like I really thought I was gonna die, dog. And I didn't even think I would. No, I'm being dramatic. I didn't think I was gonna die. I really realistically thought that I was not gonna come out of this trip. And I was gonna be one of these motherfuckers down 15th and Market talking to theyself. I lost all my talents, lost all my crafts. I'm just a case now.
Right.
Like that's really what I was thinking while I'm tripping though.
Yeah. That's a bad
And that was just taking me even further into it. And I just started seeing more dark shit and dead bodies and just fucking just dark rooms with one motherfucker in it and just just all types of fucking dark, deep back corner shit of your mind that you don't even think is fucking back there, dog.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but everything was familiar though. It wasn't like I saw anything I never saw before. I saw a lot of this shit in my dreams already. Motherfuckers is trouble. You know what I'm saying? I saw a lot of these demons and fucking like, you know what I'm saying? I saw a lot of this shit. I ain't saying a motherfucker. I like a motherfucker. I see demons and shit. No, I don't. But like, you see creepy shit in your dreams, especially under the influence of drugs and alcohol and hallucinogenics. You ever do shrooms and go to sleep?
Please know the mentally weak or people who have traces of, depression, bipolar, please do not test around in hallucinogens.
It's not for everybody.
It's not for you.
That was like the worst time.
It's gonna hyperactivate your shit. Please do not. Be careful, dude.
I used to be like real depressed and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I probably still have like slight traces, but like I'm like complete in control of it now. Like please note on that. Like you can control it. Like it's not over. You can do it. Keep pushing. All that good stuff. But before I even took my acid trip, I was like, damn, like I couldn't even fathom like, trying to take a trip because like I'm sitting there at the like backtracking off this, like what if I get stuck in this, realm or like what if my mind rewires and like gets stuck, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause, like shit does happen,
It'll do that. Like I tripped one time and I just like wasn't in the best headspace when I did it. And I, same thing, just got inside my head and was just like thinking like just bad thoughts. And like that shit kind of fucked me up for like a month afterwards.
Right.
Like not terribly, but you know what I mean? Like it was like,
you still have like
it took me a while to be back to like
certain visuals will just take you back for like a quick second.
Because I was in that mind state before, but I like had to like face it head on. Like I literally like felt myself like battling with like my ego almost, you know what I mean? Like
even though and a great part I do find great about hallucinogens is that like they humble you, like they humble the fuck out of you for sure.
Yeah, they do.
Like, but before I had took that trip, I wanted to meditate, went on this whole spiel, found myself, still am finding myself, but I was to a point to where like I was comfortable enough to experiment, and those bad connotations I had about the trip before I even had did not happen. You know what I'm saying? It was the complete opposite with these colorful.
That's the thing, especially if you've never done it before. Like you don't really know what you're going into. You're basing it off like what everyone else has told you, and you can't really imagine it.
That's why we don't fuck with any like media, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like even being a DJ, like there's certain media outlets, like I don't fuck with.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of being a DJ, tell me how you feel about like the importance of music, dude.
The importance of music.
Tell me how you feel about that from a DJ's perspective.
I feel so like the importance of music from a DJ perspective. For starters, like, this conversation got my guts going. So
get into it,
it's gonna be a good topic. For starters, music is life.
Factual.
Rhythm itself predates to the first tribe, you know, banging on rocks and shit, you know what I'm saying? So like rhythm has been programmed in like human DNA for ages, years, you know, whatever. So like, you know, it's important that like over the years, you know, like those rhythms, patterns have been manipulated and, you know, transferred into, you know, musical notations and like everything, and like that's what makes it completely beautiful. But you know, now we're in an age where, you know, it's crucially important because, you know, like people want to be able to escape within 3 or 4 or 7 2 minutes, you know, like if a song can like connect you with like whatever memory you got going on for, you know, those 3 or 4 5 7 minutes and take you away, you know, like that's what it's really about. And
why do you think that is though?
Because, you know, like
at this point in time where we at right
at that
now.
point in time,
at this point in time,
like this point in time, especially because like there's a lot of, you know, flags with a lot of things happening, and you know, artists dropping, you know, tracks and music itself, people looking with new current artists dropping music and backtracking off of curiosity, and you know, like that today, people taking like complete heartful throb consideration, and like when they hear that, you know what I'm saying, they connect that,
right?
So that's why I feel like part one, you know, like as far as like the music scene and sound in general, and why music is important, because like for starters it connects people, you know what I'm saying. 2, I fucking love bringing people who love to dance and have a good time together, you know what I'm saying. Like I can DJ a trap scene, house scene, dance scene, but it's all about, you know, like I'm an old soul groove type kid, you know, like I fuck with 80s funk, 70s funk, all that groove shit, you know what I'm saying. But like people are colliding groove mix with like upbeat shit now, you know what I'm saying, over in the UK. So you know, part 2, why music is important, because it brings people from all over into one, you know, building, facility, you know, unit, and takes them onto a journey as a whole somewhere else, collectively.
Yeah, that's,
like,
that's some powerful shit,
you know what I'm saying? Like
very
music is
powerful.
power, like
and you're the fucking captain of that spaceship, like.
I just wanted to get your intake on that shit though, like, you know what I'm saying, like I just wanted to
bro,
really,
you know,
like,
just a little slight intake on what I think, you know, as far as why music is powerful and important, you know.
I want to really ask you, like, as far as the importance of music, like coming from Georgia, like, you know what I'm saying, like you from Georgia,
right.
You know what I'm saying, like coming from Georgia, you know, like what was a lot of your influences growing up, because you came, how old were you when you moved to Philly?
I think I was growing up Springfield, Georgia.
Yeah,
I went to
go that whole story of how you came up here.
Never heard this.
I came up here about like 8.5 years ago, so I'm like 14ish, 13.
What year was that?
Yeah,
like 2010, probably so.
That gotta be knocking up. See, all
2009?
right. So like the Saints just won a Super Bowl. I'm in the South. So like that summer of like 9 type shit.
It was, okay.
Yeah,
right,
you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So like move up there during that time, you know, just see what's up here, you know what I'm saying? So
I was just getting out of high school, nigga.
Young in the building, you know what I'm saying? Control the generation, you know what I'm saying? You know, we in here, you know, thriving, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of hitters in this generation right now. But yeah,
so you moved up here.
a lot of that influence from the South though, as far as just like living down there before like I even moved.
What was popping down there? Why, if you remember, why you was down there?
A lot of Luda was popping, for sure. A lot of Luda. How low can you go? Oh, everybody was bumping that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Luda, man.
Shout out to Luda for sure. Fucking Charlie Wilson was being bumped so fucking hard, bro. On like every remix too, bro. They bumping the remixes on the radio, bro. I'm like,
Charlie
what?
had that ill run. I can imagine it in Atlanta too. I'm talking about Charlie had a run. That was a hit,
bro.
You know
Don't get me started.
So I can imagine
don't get me started. Oh my, bro, you got me started, bro. Travis fucking Porter, bro.
Ooh. That was a wave down there.
Wow.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
That's nostalgia. These young motherfuckers don't even know who Travis Porter is.
Y'all don't even know who
They really don't. And you a young motherfucker too.
I'm a young ass
you
nigga.
You a young motherfucker, but you know. Like, bro, that's crazy.
Y'all know who Travis Porter is.
Really
Yo, stop this jaw and look him up and then press play. Like when you get back.
Travis Porter had some bangers, man. Shout out to Travis Porter. There was a wave, man.
Shout out Travis Porter for sure.
A lot of A artists, man.
You know, like Gucci was a hard influence. You know, like
shout out to Gucci, man.
I grew up in the Lemonade era. You know what I'm saying?
True.
I grew up in that Lemonade, that straight hard Lemonade era, and it was like everything off of Lemonade. You know,
right?
You know, on fourth. A lot of Hot Wayne was dropping. Y'all already know that. You know, like the Carter 3, 2, like all them Jones.
All them droughts and shit.
I was just, you know, like me being that young. I'm like, all right. You have a skill, but I can't decipher it right now, Wayne. Right. Just wait. You know what I'm saying?
So who was you really like banging? Like who was
really banging?
Like who was your influence? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because we all had them influences. We all been influenced by Luda and everybody. You know what I'm saying? But it's only like a certain motherfucker that really
I know. Like this, Roscoe Dash, bro.
Don't do that.
Roscoe Dash.
Roscoe
Dash.
So when
Roscoe Dash.
Did you
What's up?
Did you start DJing before you got up here? Or was that a later thing?
So like DJing
when does that start?
Occurred when I moved up here, like from the south, like years later. You know,
okay.
Like, you know, like I like kind of always had like the mental ability to just like, since I've always been around music and like that rhythm clarity of intellect I just like spoke about came upon me during that time moving up here. You know what I'm saying? You know, I was able just to correlate songs mentally in my head, and just prepare myself for when I got some type of equipment. You know, just throw down. So, got my equipment maybe about like 3 years ago.
What was the first thing you got?
Well, like I still have it. Of a DDJ SP2. You know,
what's that, the Pioneer?
Yeah, by Pioneer Series. Just to let you know, like all you guys can throw down on any type of board. You know, I don't care what type of board you have. Like you can sound professional as fuck on any board. You know,
as you can get it done.
It's all about just running your board and cues and
factuals. Don't believe the hype.
Learn that shit in and out. You know,
don't believe the hype. Believe the work.
Yeah, I got a lot of respect for DJs because
believe like really believe in.
That shit's not easy.
Well, yeah, that too. And I'm a firm believer of putting in my 10 hours of mastery work skill to master my set skill. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's only been 2 years now. 3 years now? So I still have many hours to go, but I'm clocking in and I'm seeing where the skill set's going.
Yeah, because I mean I dabble, but DJing for me was always more of like means to an end of like performing live as like a hip hop act. You know what I mean? Like. So I mean I've done parties and shit, but nothing like crazy.
Show up.
And it's always a struggle for me.
Old swingers party, man.
Yeah, cause like I always just want to play shit that like I like and like.
You got me on Roscoe Dash now.
Yeah. You gotta do that old swingers.
I was bumping that shit.
Party, bro.
I never did.
We want all that old vinyl shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Shit that's gonna make them want to go shag after the jump.
That's what I really want, man. I would kill for some fucking 1200s and shit. Just a solid vinyl setup.
Turn your head right.
So
what's up?
I've heard you reference the UK shit a couple times. Is that a big influence on you like recently? Where's that coming
on me
recently?
For sure.
So like the UK vibe and scene has definitely been a huge scope for me in general. You know,
shout out to the UK.
Shout out to the fucking UK.
BBC, bro.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to the fucking mates.
Swvnk,
you get me?
J Rob, just want to just like all you guys out there, just know like there's a person over here who notices that like you guys respect like like
we
just
get y'all, bro. We get you, mate.
I be coming, yeah, mate.
We get you, mate. In it,
we get you.
We get you, mate.
But as far as like that set vibe goes, I'm like heavily within it, and as a whole, that whole scene is about like 8 years old itself. Started, like 2010, because like they're all over there hates them motherfuckers for throwing parties, but like everybody's still throwing warehouse parties, but like within those warehouse parties, these niggas like everybody's fucking branding like this, like all these different sounds, Like you need to pack this warehouse with people in. Like we need some sounds, you know what I'm saying? So like they hire anybody who are to like all their sound shit, you know what I'm saying?
Their scene is like, especially with
that's
like
a different person, different scene, same person, different sets, and like they're in like that shit's being recorded, and that shit's like underground, and that shit becomes more than just underground. Like, and here it is, this whole fucking scene, like 7.5 years later, still thriving to a great ass heartbeat, and like fucking producing heads out from
power of the grind, like, man. The power of the grind.
What would you call that scene? Like, what would you call that scene that you're referring to?
Just like a pop dance,
like,
boiler scene right now. Like boiler rooms are definitely on the rise. Like there's only been one out here so far, to my knowledge.
What is a boiler room for people who don't know?
A boiler room. Just break it down for a few
shit.
People.
I don't know.
Like
what is a boiler room? Shit.
They could formulate along guest DJ sets as well. But a boiler room is a set facility, warehouse space. Spaces maybe to fill up 10,000, 2,200, 3,000 people. Some are selective, some are big. Those that are selective are usually 2,200, 3,000 people, or 900 people, something like
intimate, but not intimate
vibe type shit. And like
900 people ain't intimate, by the way, but true.
You either invite some kid out who's fucking testing out some bullshit, and he's and like he got you to fucking somehow correlate with him, and now he's doing a set, or you could have some header come out and do your whole boiler room set for you. And
but like what?
So listen, so like the whole like set itself, the scene of the word boiler room.
Okay, right.
A place where people come to hear select sounds from a DJ or artist that DJ or cuts records of their liking. So like if like Drake was like fucking into like DJing, right? You know what I'm saying?
Like Drake night? That's here?
Like
is
Drake
that a boiler room?
So like
they only playing Drake that night.
So like Drake night Drake night is equivalent to a boiler room, but just take Drake night away and put like
a DJ there,
Joey K or K Tronada there with that set scene, and
curated set basically.
Yeah, curated set.
Yeah. So it's like a like a Fly-Lo show.
Yeah,
that's a boiler room.
Yeah.
Okay, word. I've been to them.
Word.
I've been to Fly-Lo when he was just here at the Electric Factory.
Yeah.
Last year.
Or even they have them even more selective in private, where they turn a word, like a gym into a fucking boiler room.
Okay, I've heard of that.
Shit,
okay.
You don't even know there's fucking bleachers in there type ordeal. You know what I'm saying? Like it's boiler room.
It's like a big DJ set party, big DJ like a concert. Like
and either he's in the middle or they're in the middle with the crowd around them, or they're on the stage, with crowd.
Yeah, Fly-Lo had the fucking like mountain, like the little mountain thing.
I was talking about something else before boiler room, though. Roscoe Dash.
Roscoe Dash. That's you was talking about. Roscoe.
Yeah, but it was something off of Roscoe Dash though. Before the boiler room. Yeah,
we're talking about the UK.
Like my interest. Yeah. So as you know,
Cat?
with Boiler Room being speculated on, that's also a great interest of why I do. You know, like I sound into, you know, like the groove dance UK sound that's going now, because like, you know, like they, you know, like some of them branch off into Boiler Rooms, and you know, all the Boiler Rooms play like certain set vibes. Like I'm trying to get one where like it's a consistent dance vibe, you know, type of deal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. UK like music history, like especially like pertaining to like dance music and electronic music, is like super deep. Like you know, go back to like fucking jungle and fucking early dubstep and stuff and all that stuff, like garage or garage.
As far as dubstep on this span of music, it's like dubstep expanded. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know, you don't get as many build-ups, but those build-ups are like more rhythmic build-ups, you know, instead of a hard. Yeah,
because there's like the earlier dubstep, and then like the dubstep that was like the 2012, like when that shit hit here, the Skrillex type shit. That's like a whole different genre. Like
that
there's a lot less dub in
I was
that stuff.
into it too, but then I realized it was just giving me hard headaches.
Yeah, a lot of that stuff kind of missed me. I was like somewhere else during that time. But even like
all that Boy Gore stuff that was dropping, like I would just realize I just kind of just grew out of it.
Even like with the UK stuff, like the pirate radio scene they had, like dudes would
BBC is fucking huge, right?
Well,
for years.
No, but like I'm talking like pirate radio stations, like dudes would like go to the top of apartment buildings, throw a fucking antenna up, and they would just go live, hijack the frequency, and just fucking go. They'd have like ciphers live on the air. Like it was crazy, bro. There's a whole like it was
renegade.
For real. Like like they would, and they'd have to like move the antennas around and shit, because that's all like illegal. Like shit was crazy.
Bro. Listen, you gotta do what you gotta do, dog.
Like I remember like reading about this shit, and I was like, damn, I want to start a pirate radio station. So I realized like no one listens to radio anymore.
Gotta do what you gotta do, man.
Have the FCC come hunt me down.
Listen, man, how do you feel about the importance of friendship in business?
Friendship in business?
From a DJ perspective.
I feel like
I mean, I guess from an artist perspective as well, because you are an artist. You know what I'm saying? You don't just DJ. Like you have many talents outside
avenues
of DJing. You know what I'm saying? So from an artist aspect,
I feel like, you know, they definitely have to be developed first off of initial trust. You know,
friendship or business.
Friendship leading into business. Okay. As far as friendship, you know. I mean, like, you can't really start a business without a friendship or any type of relationship. So, as far as friendship is concerned, you know, like, you ought to establish...
Friendships are different from relationships.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So
you ought to...
Are we saying that we can't have a... I just want to clarify. I don't you know what I'm saying? Like, are we saying that we can't have a business relationship without a friendship, or are we saying that we cannot have a business relationship without a relationship?
We cannot have a business relationship without a friendship. You know what I'm saying?
I don't really think that's true.
Unless you got a ton of money.
I don't really think I have to be your friend in order to do business with you. You know,
depends what the business is.
Depends on what the business is. Yeah, right. I mean, even still, like, it might be something that I don't
or a friendship that develops to a partnership
in my business, and that might be solely what you do, but for some reason what I do can help what you do. Right. Does that necessarily have to mean we have to be friends?
Friendship aside, I think there needs to be some level of trust.
Right.
Mutual trust.
That's
not necessarily friendship.
Exactly.
Yeah. Right. A respect and a trust.
Yeah.
You know?
I think friendship,
is the foundation
friendship and respect are two different things.
You know? I like back it off this thing where, you know, like, if you have a friendship, you know, like, the business relationship itself should be easier and accessible to go and like, 100%. Move throughout. 100%. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you know,
but isn't it crazy how? I'm sorry. No. Isn't it crazy how to like more fucking like business relationships get fucked up because people are friends?
Yeah.
I wonder what the statistic is. Like,
I think it's the other way around.
There's a lot of people.
Friendships get fucked up because of business.
Right? Yeah. But that's kind of like this. I guess it's not the same.
Well, when you mix them, I mean,
right? Like, you know.
Yeah.
like you can't mix the two. Like one has to be either or. And
you can, but when one goes down, the other does.
Right. Unless y'all really like true friends. Like if you really like a true friend gonna go down in business with you.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Because if we really true friends and we started this shit like this podcast, like it's no fucking body else that I started this podcast with except for you and Story. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if this fucking podcast flop, like, and we fucking stop being friends because of it, like that's gonna be some bullshit.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? That's like, you know, like we're ultimately gonna fucking start another one. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or do some type of other shit to fucking, you know what I'm saying? Because we really true friends.
For sure.
So like the importance, I just really wanted to ask you or get your take on it from a DJ standpoint. Like what is the importance of business when it comes to friendship when you dealing with motherfuckers that want you to DJ?
As far as
or,
you know, like
play a set.
That shit goes. I mean, like it's important to.
And y'all both DJs.
Yeah, you know, like it's important to actually have the firm business standpoint affirmed and appropriate and occurring on a business set schedule appropriately. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Along, you know, not along but separate from, you know, a friendship where like you talk about the business in a respectable way, you know what I'm saying? And if wrong goes on in either or, like you said, both do fail. And a lot of people, you know, like from my DJ perspective, I feel like a lot of people can have hard troubles like seeing that, you know what I'm saying?
That's interesting.
Yeah, I think, you know, it's like who else would you want to go into business with other than your friends? It's like the initial thought. It's like, of course, like I already have a good rapport with these people. Because, like, I trust them.
Exactly.
You know, we know each other. There's already like an understanding of how we each think and like how we correlate our thoughts together. Right. But at the same time, like business is unpredictable. When you start, especially when you start getting money involved with shit, is when shit could turn. Right. You know, like money is the main factor in that. In the, you know, because like you said with the podcast, like, I mean, we don't have really much invested into this right now. Let's say this shit blows up and like we got fucking sponsors and shit, and like
shit get different.
You know, shit gets weird. Like, somebody's making more and somebody doesn't like that, and you know, it's like that's when shit can go south.
Petty affairs that can just turn everything bad, rotten.
Yeah. But at the same time, if you know.
If you're thorough about it.
If you're thorough about it, and everyone, you know, you know, if everybody is,
it never has to get to a point
upright with their shit and upstanding, like, you know, there's no reason shit has to fail. I don't think it's always a recipe for disaster.
This is a tricky thing with business, man, because like it's like, you know, like we like friend like it's almost like friendship is a business these days, like, you know, like it's weird, like it's like we gotta benefit each other somehow. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
that's relationships in general, I think.
Exactly, but it really should not be like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? It really should just be like on a human level. We all here, like
correlation type.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like we all here.
But that's what it. But I mean, but
you need help. I need help. I can help you somehow.
But that's the same thing. It doesn't always have to be like a.
But it's like a help driven.
It doesn't. But it doesn't have to be material or financial. Right. You know what I mean? Like, you make me feel good when I'm around you. You make me laugh. You know what I mean? Like, I feel comfortable around. You know what I mean? It's like that's like the basis of the relationships.
It's like not even like to say, but it's still like, you know what I'm saying? But it's still like a beneficial type of situation. Like, you can't, like, you don't want to be friends with anyone who like don't do shit for you, and I'm not even talking about like in the material aspect, like who don't do nothing for you. Like, you don't want to be friends with them, and it's like
you don't want to be friends with a slob.
But it's like, why though? You know, like why?
Because it's sad thing. They're not
like
bringing
that person need a friend too, though. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's not saying that it necessarily.
But that person,
you. But why are you as a person?
They need to bring something to the table. You know what I mean?
That's up to that person to see your, traits and what you, have set for like your morals and shit. And like,
I feel like those are the constructs that we live in.
True.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But that's not really speaking to human nature, because human nature suggests that we actually.
I think it is on a survival level, like
on a survival level.
Am I gonna? But that's human nature. Ultimately,
that's human nature, true.
All of our fucking instincts survival and all that is all based like. Are you gonna be able to fucking keep up with me on a hunt, or are you just gonna hang around and fucking?
Or do I gotta care about your fucking
eat my
feelings?
Fucking mammoth?
I gotta care about your fucking feelings all day.
Or like in any relationship,
are we gonna go hunt, or do I gotta care about your fucking depression?
Right.
Like. Right. What's going on?
Somebody, like everyone has to bring something to the table.
Nah, I feel that.
Like,
but are we that animalistic though? Do we have to be that way though?
I think we are, and we don't realize it. Or
like we just don't want to let nobody slouch.
Animalistic, but I mean, like it's just like, why would you want to hang around with somebody that doesn't do shit or doesn't bring even like just anything? Like
I'm not saying I'm against it, bro. I'm just
ultimately that's the foundation of the relationships. It's right. Like that's what a relationship is like.
But then people don't want to admit that.
I'm admitting it right now.
In a weird aspect, like people be like, "Oh, it's not about." I just love you, It's not about the money. It's not about...
Right, but even love on that, like something... There's something about that person to the table, that keeps them around.
Damn.
Mm-hmm. Love or energy.
What is this table made out of? That's what I want to know. This shit better be gold, platinum, mahogany, and fucking...
The table of friendship is made out of friendship.
Orgasms.
Not that kind of friendship.
A girl comes.
Bruh, this table is a very big table. It's bigger than this goddamn table we sitting at, I'll tell you that. I'll fucking tell you that. This table, you couldn't fit my ass on this goddamn table.
Yeah, man.
But man,
do business with your friends or don't.
Just do business with your friends, man. Like, and I'm saying, friendships are weird, man. Friendships
always gotta watch how you operate.
Friendships are fickle, man. Yeah, like you gotta watch the people you be around, dog. A lot of dumb shit be happening in these fucking streets, like, you know what I'm saying?
Stupid shit.
A lot of stupid shit, man. You find yourself in stupid ass situations, dog. Like, it really all be from the people that you be around, dog.
I think that's another thing too, is make sure the people you're fucking with on that same kind of thing, like, make sure what they're bringing to the table is something that you need around you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
for instance, in the morning. We need to stop saying at the end of the day and start saying in the morning. In the morning, bro. Because this shit is fucking imperative.
Right. Yeah.
This should be the first thing motherfuckers wake up with. That whole statement of at the end of the day. That shit that shit's been irking me lately. Like, at the end of the day, it's like you let a lot of shit slide and then get to the end of the day and want to make a fucking assumption of some shit. Nah, check a lot of that shit at the door in the morning.
I agree with
you know
that.
What I'm saying? Fuck all that. Don't allow all this dumb shit to happen where you gotta have a conversation at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Your end of the day conversation should be, we had a good fucking day. Because I ain't let no fucking dumb shit happen in the morning. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
That's all I wanted to say. But continue. Who was saying something? You?
Yeah, man, and like just even off, just like 2 minutes ago about just
violence and dumb shit.
Just ending off the friendship thing.
Dumb situations you be in.
You were speculating off your tangent, but like you were like relating to it. But like as far as like business partnerships goes, like you just have to really like appropriate, like your moves with who like you're really dealing with. Like for instance, like I had a pretty firm business relation going with a friend. I thought I had, you know what I'm saying? And I go about 11, 16, let's say like 20 shows basically with this one, business friend related partner. We a lot of shows in, you know, like we're selling out shows, you know, we're doing stuff, you know, and you know, based off that, you know, like you build a credited trust among each other, you know, so like you leave a lot of things that you wouldn't have to worry about up to the other person, because the credited trust through, you know, the magnitude of, you know, shows and the just the reoccurrence of, you know, the repeating, you know, events.
Right, you understand how it goes.
You know, you know what I'm saying? So
got it down to a science.
You know, I'm doing shows like recently for a guy, about like 22 shows in now. You know, probably start the new year. I had thought with, you know, some cool show shit. Had a lot of shows like lined up in 1 week. And as far as like these business relationships go, you know, the friend through the relationship had contacted me to yo, you know, like you got a party, would you be down to, you know, go do this club event for a third party ally I know, cool dude, he'll get you, you know, your $350. Yo bro, you know, something cool you want to do. Now through those credited shows, you know, 20 plus now, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, again, due to you backing off some flags that you would have thought were red flags, you kind of just like dismissed because that credited trust was now within that you know what I'm saying, person.
Right.
So
you wouldn't think somebody would do something.
Right. So even before like I can get like into this, you know, like even if, you know, like of course I affirmed, I was like, yeah, word, $350 bag, bro.
Yeah,
I'll go get it. You know, where was I? You know, like if you knew that third party, whoever, you know, had a history or some type of way of doing things, like you wouldn't want to send nobody to, you know, a battle with no gun, you know what I'm saying? So
at this point you have no knowledge or history with this third party?
No history.
But the other person does.
But the person I've been crediting you the past
the
20
partner
plus shows with, you know, has, and I'm basically basing his credit off my credit. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So go do the show, and as I recall, you know, like there's really not that, you know, like not too much friction, you know, there isn't much friction, and the only time friction I think occurred only, you know, I still have my phone at this point, you know, the club that doesn't have Wi-Fi, you know, like first of all, what club doesn't have fucking Wi-Fi?
Right.
Like I put a mix on, I go to the club owner, hey, do you have Wi-Fi? Oh, damn, bro, I don't even know the Wi-Fi password. What, bro?
So they do have Wi-Fi. You just can't get to it.
You just like
this is some bullshit.
What the fuck,
what
bro?
What club was this?
So cool.
What club was this? Do you remember?
Some club called 48, some shit, Upper Darby, shitty ass club.
Goodness gracious.
I don't know. In the cut. But
do you need Wi-Fi for your sets, or do you have?
I mean, like usually, like clubs got Wi-Fi, bro.
Right.
You know.
But I'm saying, do you stream during?
Well,
your
no.
sets,
Oh no. I don't stream. Well, like I can stream, but I just do everything off my external.
Okay. Yeah.
I only stream if like I have Wi-Fi and like, you know, there's a song,
a solid connection.
I think I need to download right away. I'll just download, you know, like while live. But you know, if you're if you have slight traces of, you know, someone doing things like that, why would you want to go put, you know, a trusted business partner, friend in a predicament where, like, you know, harm could potentially be done, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I'm using my phone as Wi-Fi hotspot at this point,
right?
You know, meaning, you know, T-Mobile,
I'm getting charged for that
LTE, shit. Whatever, you know, unlimited data, shit's gonna operate at its fucking,
right,
you know, rates per minute, seconds, right, whatever that shit is, you know what I'm saying? So I'm downloading artists' music files live from the internet who haven't sent me their emails already.
Oh, yeah, so this is for like a show situation.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you got people trying to perform. Yeah, oh, okay, okay.
I already have like 11 files already with artists of the show to perform, but right, there's artists coming up to me with, oh wait, I forgot you seen my shit.
I've been there. Okay, yeah, all right, yeah, because I was
situation.
I was wondering what you needed the Wi-Fi for. Okay, I thought you were just spinning a party or something. Okay,
yeah, club.
Okay.
So, you know,
it's totally different.
I explained that, and as I recall, you know, that was the only friction.
Right.
Like, yo, heads up, this club has no Wi-Fi.
Right.
Yo, I got my hotspot on. Everything's downloading slow as fuck. You know?
Yeah.
Sorry. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we continue the show. The show was lit. Throw it down a little bit. Trap club scene. So, you know, trap folders all night. Get done. I'm leaving, wrapping up, pack up and shit. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm about to grab the cloud picture real quick. You know, fucking, like, just literally thinking nothing of it, bro. Literally. Like, I'm like, all right, cool. I'm about to grab this photo real quick, flex up for the gram, do the collaboration pic. Yo, that, you know, like DJ Swvnk, I was up here, you know.
Right.
Collaboration, you know, dope. Scene tonight, yada yada, period.
So what was the vibe?
Moving.
Like,
the vibe of the whole scene was tight. You know, everything was being, you know, run smoothly. You know what I'm saying? Artists went. They performed.
Did you ever have any discrepancies before the discrepancy you had?
Huh?
Did you ever have any discrepancies before the discrepancy you had, like that night? Like, was this the first indication of this shit?
I mean, like
did that shit just happen?
My man had called me, but like
out of nowhere, or was like
right before my phone died. You know what I'm saying? To meet up, I was like, yo, I'm here with the DJ. Dab me up, cool dude, good energy, everything cool. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm about to do the show, like type shit. All right.
So your phone died mid party.
Well, I mean, like, I'm charging it, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm you know, just back there DJing. I got like 10 million outlets. Fuck it.
Right.
Charge the phone. So, you know, cool energy. Other than, you know, like, that Wi-Fi friction, you know, at the club, you know, throw it down.
So
I'm leaving, I'm packing up. I got this train I gotta catch, you know, because like the training station's like down the street type shit. So I'm trying to go grab this fucking pic and give my phone to this, you know, dude in front of him to like take the pic. I'm like posing for the pic, and this dude like fucking like sneaks me and like punches me, bro. Like punches me. Like
the dude taking the pic.
The dude I'm taking a picture with, the dude who booked me for the fucking show.
This third party individual.
Yeah, the third party ally.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So, you know, I'm like, cool, this is what we're doing now. Come up, try to piece off two dudes turn to three dudes turn to four dudes, and it's fucking about 7 dudes, bro. Like, all right,
hoe dude
cool.
Shit. Like, that's
cool.
that's some hoe shit.
Like niggas in their 30s, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like,
for the record,
fuck man,
for the record, not to cut you off, bro, but
say
for
your
the record,
shit first, yeah.
For the record, if you 6 dudes jumping one dude, all y'all some bitches. Like, y'all not thugs for that. Y'all not G's. Y'all not thorough. Y'all not gangsters. Y'all not fucking ride or die motherfuckers. Y'all all some pussies. Because what y'all should have did is line that thing up one by one. You see what I'm saying? If a motherfucker ready to tee off on 2 dudes, you should have enough respect for a motherfucker to let him tee off on them 2 dudes and see what he gonna do.
Especially after getting stuck.
Come on, bro. Like
come
let him see what he gonna do.
On.
As a squad, I would never dip on a dude with like, come on, dog. Like that shit is shit we got through as kids, and we grew up and then we realized that shit was whack.
Over what? Like
over what?
Come on.
Like anybody in my squad should be able to knock a motherfucker the fuck out, and if they can't, then hey. Everybody can't knock a motherfucker the fuck out.
And
go
that's
take
it.
some training.
So
how's
this
jiu-jitsu?
How's this play out?
I was
go get
bro,
some something.
Right.
So you can learn how to boxing. So you can learn how to knock a motherfucker the fuck out.
Right.
The average motherfucker from Philly know how to knock a motherfucker the fuck out. A lot of people don't. But listen, if you ever find yourself in a situation where you feel that threatened that you gotta jump a motherfucker and it's 6 of y'all versus 1 dude, I just really want y'all to evaluate your circle and don't feel like it because y'all trashed that dude and it was 6 of y'all against 1, that y'all some thugs. I really want y'all to evaluate that situation. But continue, good brother.
Yes.
Yeah. So like I was ready off the rip, cool with the 1v1, but off the rip niggas weren't with that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I'm trying to stay near all my gear and shit. Nigga, I got a fanny pack on around my like body, you know what I'm saying? Like secure type shit. Why is that shit ripped off me? You know what I'm saying? So like, I start, like I hold off 2, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, 3, 2, and then 6, you know what I'm saying? And at that point, I start guarding my head because niggas start throwing Tims and fucking legs and just arms and elbows and shit. So I'm like, cool, like y'all not men, bro. Like, what the fuck? Like really trying to knock me off my balance. Like I did not go down. Like niggas just really tried to like really knock me on my back. Like I kept like the only thing I can say I did firmly was really like divert from really getting knocked all the way down and stunned and then like stunned. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
that shit could have turned south real quick.
That's one thing like you don't want to do is go down completely. Never go down type shit. Like
even if you do, man, like man,
and get right the fuck back up if you do, nigga. Dead ass. Like,
the tactics of warfare on 1 and 6, like dude, we
but like you can predict
Assassin's Creed. We ain't Assassin's Creed, bro. The average motherfucker is going to be overwhelmed by 2 motherfuckers.
Yeah,
you can't. So it's like
you can't predict shit like that even
that's
happening.
Like
you know
basically getting jumped in a gang, dog. 6 motherfuckers. What the fuck can you do?
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm
about to bring this circle. One
Nobody's
second.
John Wick, dog. Like I don't understand why a motherfucker feel like that shit. I mean, until you be John Wick and whip 6 motherfuckers' asses, like, you know what I'm saying? Off your ass.
So do you get out of there with your gear?
So, like bringing this in almost to full circle. So, I'm basically separated from like a lot of my gear because, like it's kind of like a separate type of deal. What's up?
So when this happens, it's the end of the show. Are there still people around, or is it kind of like
out?
Dead?
Yeah, dead. Everybody's cleared out.
So it's like the dude who threw the show, his homies, you basically.
Yeah, me basically. You know what I'm saying? So like, and like, I'm just really trying to get the fucking pick, bro. Like that's the craziest fucking part to me. Like. So like, listen, right, because like I haven't closed it to like the whole business structure, trusting.
Wait.
So, I basically got separated from like my equipment. My board ended up being taken, like my iPhone. You know what I'm saying? Like iPhone X. You know what I'm saying? I do a lot of my content work on it. You know what I'm saying? So like that being taken is like kind of a hard, like huge content curator setback. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
So, so
that's my biggest fear.
Just like staying like it's almost like losing like your sternum with like all your shit. You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
Like,
100%.
Like that's basically what it is. Like
herpes. So
like like not every iPhone is a phone. You know what I'm saying? Like Kanye said, it's just a tool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
factuals.
so
I don't even got an iPhone, but
so
100% I feel that.
But you know, they got away with my wallet with my fanny pack. I've been canceling credit cards since then. You know what I'm saying? Like I still gotta get a new ID type shit. You know what I'm saying? So like, as far as bringing this back down to full circle with the trust, credit, content, trust, credit, and all this bullshit. I'm high shit, my bad. But
friendship and business, you know, and all that. Nah, word,
but you know, this wouldn't have happened if precaution through the credited trust, friendship, business relation would have been, you know, brought to my attention, or even, you know, brought to the initial like promoter's attention before anything was even confirmed or booked.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, you know,
that's just bad business. Like that just speaks for bad business. You know what I'm saying? Not to cut you off, but like that really just speaks to bad business. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm curious, does this, the person who initiated the violence and all this, do they have a reputation? Not necessarily for this, but like
as far as like their own movement, like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Like, in my thing is like, well, why do you know, like, why does a dude with stain rob another dude with stain?
Right.
Like,
yeah.
It's a tricky business, man. I swear.
So how does that leave you and your partner?
Just, you know, like, so like as far as like a in closing deal all around with that credited trustee business partner, you know, I reached out to him, you know, days after. I was like, you know, I gave him the whole spill. I was like, yo, you know, you could have prevented this, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, bad relations on your side, you know, bad business towards this, that, and the third, you know, can't see anything moving forward with you. And I'm just keeping moving. You know, good luck to what you want to do. You know, I'm gonna keep it moving either way. You know, like I'm gonna be doing bowling rooms in UK either way. You know, like I'm gonna be putting a team on in bowling rooms. You know, vibes, holy shit type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so was this
I'm still on my wave?
Was this a person you were like pretty close with prior to doing business with? Or?
It became a friendship close because of the shows.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because of the show.
22 of the motherfuckers, mind you.
Friendships, you know what I'm saying? So like, it was just kind of like I mean, like, we met through like a studio session.
Okay.
We had like a space, and kind of just like chatted up from there. But you know, as friends develop, they talk about the dreams and the things, you know, like they want to correlate with, and so some of those things that we were speculating on were coming true, and we were mapping it out. So that's where points of the credit trust were established. You know what I'm saying? But you know, like I said, a full circle coming back to where I just had to end that shit completely, because, you know, like, how can you call me your friend if you put your friend in dangerous, like, situations? You know, like, last time I checked, like, your friend putting you in dangerous situationships to either get some crazy ass outcome and a crazy ass threat at the same time, or to save somebody.
Right.
But that's what I really wanted to ask you, like what is the importance of friendship in business? Because like the term friendship gets thrown around so loosely, I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we have a couple cool DMs, we chill, we smoke a couple times, and like we think we friends.
Right.
You know, but like have we really been through some shit?
You know what I'm saying?
Like, you know what I'm saying? Have we really tested each other's limits? Have we really argued yet?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, have you really like if you think somebody is your friend and y'all just been cool this whole time, like, you know, like, that's not really like an actual friendship, because you argue with your friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, you disagree with your friends, and I think that's a big fucking misconception these days. Like, you're supposed to just agree with people all the time. A lot of people want yes men. A lot of people want yes women in their lives. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's like so far from the truth of reality. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people are going to say no. People are not going to agree with you all the time. And they're not supposed to.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like people really get offended when people don't agree with them. Which brings me to this whole transgender movement. Like, dog, like, the fact that it's now almost like disrespectful for me to say simply that I'm not gay. Like where are we at, dog? Like that's now a disrespectful thing for me to say, is that I'm simply not gay. Like,
speculate.
I'm not gay. Like, you know, like I'm not homosexual.
I'll talk about that.
That's a disrespectful thing for me to say.
Someone's confused on why you just said that.
Like, people are really confused, dog. Like, and it's like, why should my personal beliefs and just the same way how you trying to say that your beliefs matter, why shouldn't mine? I'm straight. I'm not homosexual. I do not find interest in another man sexually or sensually. Emotionally, sure. Financially, sure. Sexually and sensually, though, nah.
Nada.
That's just not in my core DNA. And for you to say that I am transphobic because I am not attracted to males, it's just like, dog, like, I'm not transphobic. Like, you know, like, I have friends that are homosexual, and I respect them for what they do and their bravery in being fearless in what they do. But for you to say that I'm like anti-love because I don't want to humor you, and you believing that you're a woman when you are biologically and anatomically a man, it's just like,
you have it for a reason.
it's just like, bro, like, you could do whatever you want to do, bro. Like, I posted shit on my story earlier. You could do whatever you want to do. You could be whoever you want to be. But when you tell me that I gotta believe who the fuck you are, it's just like, now you telling me what I gotta do. Like, you know?
Right.
You're not saying what you can do. Now you telling me what I gotta do. You know? When you telling me that if you physically look like a man, if you look like me, Dezion, nothing female about me, and you walk in the store and somebody says, "Hey, mister, can you hello, mister, how can I help you today?" And I take offense to that and say, "Oh, how dare you fucking misgender me? I'm a woman. How dare you? How dare you, as a man, think that I am another man when I am clearly a man? How dare you? How dare you be so insensitive to know that I am not a woman in my mind? How dare you?" Like, this is where we at. You see what I'm saying? The fact that I have to know what the fuck you thinking before I fucking clearly say, excuse me, bro, can I get past you real quick? If you clearly a fucking man, but in your mind, you're a woman, and I'm supposed to know that?
Real shit.
Where are we, man?
Right.
Where are we? Where are we? Because if you saying that you a woman and you clearly a man, I should be able to say I'm the president of the United fucking States.
You are,
I should
bro.
be able to say that I'm a paperclip. I should be
Mario
able to say
chips,
that I'm a grinder that grinds weed. I should be able to say that I'm a middle-aged white man being a black man, but I identify as a middle-aged white man with great credit, a mansion, in a 401k company. And you have to identify me as that. And if you don't, then you're against people with a 401k company, a mansion, and people who are successful in life. You're against that. You're a communist. Where the fuck are we? Are in. Hey man, you want to do this line of Cokeland? That's where we at, dog. This is the geography that we terraining, bro.
Not Coke.
We're trying to map this geography. We're literally asking Siri, where do I go right now? We have no sense of identity because anybody can be whoever the fuck they want to be. I have a cat in my studio right now that I'm looking at right now. I can say at what time is it right now? It's 11:58. At 11:59, I'm gonna be that cat.
That's not a cat, bro. That's a dog.
It's not a cat. It's a dog, though, right?
Yeah.
But it's not a dog.
He's
It's a water
offended.
bottle.
That's
He's
definitely
offended.
a dragon.
It's a water bottle. He identifies as a water bottle. How dare you misgender him?
They identify.
Him. You know, people are calling their babies babies.
Babies.
Come here, it's not even a him or a she anymore. It's not
That's
even
where
a
I
she
draw
or
the
he
line.
anymore.
That's where I draw the line. If you're an adult,
You're a baby.
do what the fuck you want.
You're a baby.
Don't hold me accountable for not, understanding it.
You can't be she
But
or
when
he
you
anymore.
make
because
decisions
you're a
for
they.
children, that's kind
You're
of
them.
Yeah.
You know, I actually wanted to make a band called DZ and Them. You know how fucking Me Too I would have been right now?
I like that.
You know how accepted I would have been by the fucking them community right now? Them and Days would have been populating my shows.
Yeah, but DZ is,
DZ
a
is
straight
like,
man leading the band.
It's
That's
totally
problematic.
male, right? Deezion is totally male.
That's
It couldn't be
problematic.
feminine at all.
Nah.
Deezion.
DZ and the DZettes.
I have sex with women, so I'm definitely a sexist.
Yeah.
Wow.
Probably a rapist too, but
Sure,
that's,
probably. Probably. Somebody was like, no, yes. So I raped him.
Yep.
That's what happened. Fuck.
I don't know,
Here come the
man.
feds. Fuck!
We got him.
Where the fuck are we?
We're lost. Dude.
Where are we, son? Where are we? People are changing their age. They're saying, I'm not a 60-year-old man. I'm a 14-year-old little girl. Not only are you changing your age, you're changing your gender. And people have to accept it. I have to accept the fact that you are a 65-year-old man with 3 kids, 2 wives, 4 of them been divorced. However the fuck that works. But now, you're Cindy. And you're 13 going on 14 in July.
I can't cut off my
And you
dick,
like
yo.
Hello Kitty. And you like, you like going to parties with hot guys that maybe are a little bit older than you. And I have to accept that. I can't say, hey, sir, would you like to, what type of phone would you buy? You're in the T-Mobile store, sir. What type of phone would you like, sir? How can I help you, sir? I can't say that because you're Cindy. And you're a hot young girl who wants a new cell phone. You want a new phone so you can talk to hot guys and go to parties on Cancun on spring break. What the fuck? And I have to accept that. And if I don't accept that, I'm a trans ageist. I'm a homo ageist. Is that even the term? I'm a homo ageist. I'm an agophobiist. Yeah, that's what it is. I'm an agophobiist. I don't believe that you're not 60. No way. How can't you be 60? You have liver spots on your fucking head, and you have wrinkles, and you're fucking wearing fucking paraplegic, the fucking comfortable ass shoes with the straps. No, but you're 14 and you're Cindy. You're 14 and you're Cindy, bro. You know that transgenderism. Okay, dig this. So, if you're a peep this shit, right? This is America. Childish Gambino said it. I didn't say it, but actually Donald Glover. But yeah. So if you're a transgender woman, which means that you are biologically a man, but you identify as a woman. If you are a transgender woman and you have sex with a man who is a straight man, if that man identifies you as a woman, it's not gay. But he just had sex with a man, though. You just had sex with a man, though. You had sex with a man who identifies as a woman. But if the man who had sex with the woman who thinks she's a man doesn't identify the woman who thinks she's a man as a man and identifies her as a woman, it's not homosexual. It's not gay.
I'm confused.
I know you are.
Why is everybody so free?
This, right? Bro. If a man has sex with a woman, if a man has sex with a woman who identifies as a man, then it's gay.
It's gay as fuck.
It's gay as fuck. Oh, it's so gay. Oh, it's so gay. You had sex with a woman who thought she was a dude. You're so fucking gay. You are gay.
Yeah.
Like, that's gay as fuck, bro. Like, bro, that's so gay.
Bro.
If a dude who is a male who likes having sex with women has sex with a woman who thinks she's a man, it's gay. But if you have sex with a man who identifies as a woman,
you're good.
You just had sex with a woman, bro.
Clear.
You just bust her ass, bro. You just did that. Yeah, congrats, bro. High five, bro. Yo, shout out to you, dude. Yo, what's her number, bro? What?
Wasn't there a basketball player busting transgender?
Dwight Howard.
Oh, man.
Dwight Howard.
Is that confirmed?
Yes, confirmed.
Yeah, I believe
confirmed.
So. I don't know. I mean, I ain't his PR agent. But I mean,
Lola.
Dwight Howard, yeah. But I don't like how they was trying to, like, this whole shit. Like, okay, this whole shit. Right? Yeah, they were trying to throw him under the bus, and I feel like as a transgender person, you can't do that. Like, you can't try to play someone for being transgender if you want the world to accept you for being transgender. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
because remember, that
I don't really think you should think, like,
they're transgender.
You I don't really think you helping the LGBTQ community if, like, you turn gay in the next 2 minutes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not really helping their plight. And, like, if you go on a whole campaign and shit, like, you're not, like, I don't really, but, like, my belief is, only my belief, whether the fucking matters or not. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying my belief is the end all be all, whatever. This is just my opinion. Like, I don't really think you helping the LGBTQ community if you just, like, joining the bandwagon, though. Yeah. Not to say that it's a bandwagon, but a couple people have turned it into one.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
I've seen so many people you're talking about, though.
Like, I'm not saying that homosexuality is anything wrong, but what I'm saying is the obsession with it is like.
Well, that and the expectations of like everyone else around them to understand it.
Right.
And acknowledge it, like, without any sort of explanation. And to, like, try to uphold people to that. That's the part. Like, do what the fuck you want.
Do what you want.
But don't get mad at me for, like...
For not humoring you.
Not getting it.
Like, if you want to have sex with men, dude, have sex with men. You know what I'm saying? But don't, try to say, like, I have to, like, view you as a woman. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's sexist within itself. Like, the whole transgender move to feel like as a man you can become a woman. Like, dude, like, you clearly have no understanding of what a woman is. Like, you see what I'm saying? That's just
at all.
That's just my opinion.
Physically,
like, you know what I'm saying? Like, cosmically, dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you really have no grasp on the magic that is a woman, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you think as a male, as a man, sexually, anatomically, genderly, whatever the fuck type of differential you are trying to make it nowadays, you're a man. If you think you could ever be a woman, dog, and ever understand the plight that women have been through and the genetic fucking stress and trauma and magic at the same time and beauty that has been transferred through women throughout from the beginning of time, dog. If you think you could ever match that wavelength as a male, you're ignorant. You're ignorant, dude. You missed the first step on what a woman is. And that first step is some shit you ain't. And that's no shade to women. Women are definitely their own entity. So are we. That's no shade to men. And a lot of people get caught up in this who's better situation. Man, fuck that. We equal. Because without each other, we wouldn't be here. Whether you believe in Jesus, whether you believe in science, whether you believe in whatever the fuck. Male and females are two necessarily separate but equal things. And if you don't believe that, turn this fucking podcast off and shoot yourself tonight. Because you have no fucking grasp on what a man is and what a woman is, dog. And that's alpha and omega. You see what I'm saying? An immovable object up against an unstoppable force. The fact that you even think as a woman you could be a man, or vice versa, it's just like, dog, like we chasing something else. It's not really this. It's not really this. We chasing something else that's missing. You see what I mean? This shit is like trickles of the river and shit, but it's not really the stream. Like, you know what I'm saying? This shit is like some core shit that we can't really understand, that's translating and coming out in the form of transgenderism, and coming out in the form of fucking trans ageism and trans fucking whatever the fuck ism. You know what I'm saying? So we asking people like, are the feelings that you really feel really yours? You know? Are the feelings that you really feel when you be feeling them really yours? Do you even know what your true feelings are? Or are they just a bunch of schematics and shit that you done compiled through, you know, time and templates of shit that you think sounds cool and shit that gets you by? Like, is it that? Or is it really how the fuck you be feeling? You know? Really gotta ask your shit. You gotta ask your shit, bro. Like, it's crazy.
I'm probably gonna dip soon.
You gotta go soon? Word, man. Well, I mean, shit, man. Like, I didn't really.
You can pick this up though.
I know. I mean, yeah. I didn't really have, you know, a whole lot of shit. But
wrap this shit.
Like,
we're at 2.5 hours.
Man,
damn. I'll be back.
At the end of the day, man. In the morning. I just said at the end of the day again. I had a whole spiel about the end of the day. I'm so
first thing in the morning.
First thing in the morning.
Computer, ain't I'm so fucking Macintosh, ain't I? But fucking like, Doug, like in the morning, bro. And broettes.
Shout out to the broettes.
Listen, like, get off the sauce. Get off the motherfucking bullshit. Anything that's, you know, like, constraining your mind into feeling like you can't think another way. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a bunch of shit you don't know out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, get comfortable and make it a habitual habit to take yourself outside of yourself, because you can do it. It's not something. It's not some shit that's like so far removed. It's not some science fiction shit, bro. You can take yourself outside yourself while you sitting right in that room that you didn't hear, listening to this shit right now.
Try it while you walking.
Try it while you walking. Try it while you driving. Try it while you driving. No, keep yourself where you at while you driving.
Yeah, don't do that shit while you driving.
Keep yourself where you at while you driving.
You fuck yourself up.
You know what I'm saying? But like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying though. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Try while you walking.
Listen to different things. Listen to this shit while you driving. Fuck it. You know? Stay alert though. But you know what I mean? Just try to take yourself outside yourself, man, and really understand that you play a part in this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we talk about a lot of shit out here on this joint. You know, there's a lot of shit going on out here, but I was about to say it again. In the morning, be comfortable in the fact that it's shit you don't know. You know what I'm saying? Just be comfortable. Don't let it be alarming. Don't feel like you slow or you stupid or you dumb or you lacking or you nothing. Minimize yourself. Make yourself a small thing, because you are a small thing in the universe. And you got to accept that. And when you do, the shit you don't know is going to turn into shit you do know. And then that shit is going to turn into shit you can tell other people. See what I'm saying? It's the Shit You Don't Know podcast. Dezion, Father Earth, DJ Swvnk.
Good night.
Sign out.